guys. Welcome to the SDB podcast, or Sit Boy podcast.
Yes.
Stream Boy
podcast.
Episode 8.
Episode 8.
It is episode 8. We're going
Wow.
to talk about some things today. We got a little bit of a show lined up for you.
Yep.
There's some things. We got a couple of corrections at the
What?
beginning.
No
A
way.
couple of corrections.
You're saying we made an error?
We might have made
No,
an error.
wrong.
Just a tiny error.
No.
A listener came in and
Told us we
tuned
screwed up.
tuned us up to these corrections
Damn.
and updates that we need to do.
Did they do it politely or did they flame you hard?
Oh, they did it politely for sure.
Oh, nice.
Who's that voice we hear?
Yes, we have a guest today across from me, Mikey T, 33. We have 9 Arsons, and we
Hello.
also have, Curbstone.
I'm here.
You know what
I'm
he
still
sounds
here.
like. He's always here.
Can't get rid of me.
Arson? Yes, 9 of them.
Yes, exactly. So, you guys have known each other longer than I've known either of you guys, I believe.
But not much longer.
No?
Yeah.
Can't be that much
I
longer.
think I met Mike when I was 19, and I think I met you
No.
22, 23.
I don't think so. Oh,
you
was it
were-
that long ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because we were playing Xbox and Halo.
Oh my God, that's so long ago.
It was long.
Wow, we were young one time. Not
Shh,
anymore.
Don't tell anybody.
Exactly. I guess you're right. It probably was that long ago. I never thought of it.
Almost 20 years.
Wow, that's crazy. Holy, my mind's blown. So yeah, I met you guys through a mutual friend of ours, Dean.
Yeah.
And
Dean and Jesse.
Dean and Jesse,
Yep.
absolutely. And I guess it was like 20 years ago. That's crazy. I'm like shocked. So that's cool. Yeah, very
Yeah,
good.
it's been a while. It's been a while, for sure.
Okay, we're dating ourselves here, guys.
Yeah, that's all right.
Only old people do this.
Reminisce about the good times of when they met.
Exactly.
And realize that time slipped by very fast.
Yes, no kidding, eh? The ennui is setting in right now.
Let me tell you guys, once you become an adult, time flies. And then you're like, oh yeah, it's what year now? Holy. I'm
Yeah.
how
Yeah,
old now?
exactly.
Jesus.
Exactly, no kidding.
Somebody put the brakes on.
Exactly.
No
Well,
way. Fly by the seat of your pants.
exactly. So Mikey, how was your work week?
Oh, it was awful.
Yes.
It was absolutely terrible.
Why?
Do tell.
Well, I have tendonitis in my shoulder, my
Uh-oh.
right shoulder now, from too much driving and too much eating foods and spits and stuff.
That's a lot of repetitive stress from
Yeah.
eating
Spits one at a
sunflower
time.
seeds one at a time. Like, how many times do you have to do that?
You need to do the
5 hours a day.
Oh,
5
Jesus.
hours a day. It's just constant.
You just need to start dipping instead, I think.
Yeah, take up smoking or dipping.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds awful.
Easier on your shoulder.
You'll need about 5 minutes every 2 or 3 hours.
Exactly. There
So,
you go.
because I drive long distances early in the morning, I'm always like just nodding off, just like, oh, I can't do this anymore. It's so far.
Yeah.
So eating spits keeps my brain going so that I can stay active and drive.
How
Damn.
far is it?
It all depends on where we're going. It's like
you
it's between 2 to 5 hours.
Perspective is a wonderful thing. So I went and visited a friend recently up in Prince George, and for them, close is 4 hours. 'Cause there's nothing up there.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely.
That is the ways. And so yeah, and then last week rather, we were like, oh yeah, we're all together. Let's all get an Airbnb and let's just chill out. And so we get the Airbnb, and then it's all of a sudden, oh, you guys got to be up somewhere else on Tuesday. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. So we're doing a night cut again. We're doing a night shift. They're like, oh, you got to be up there at 8 a.m. to do the orientation. Like, oh my, you kidding me right now? So we
That
drive.
sounds illegal.
We drive from our Airbnb, which is, a couple hours away, and we go all the way up, do our orientation, go back home. And I'm like, okay, I got to sleep for a little bit because we can't get on the highway until 11 o'clock at night.
Do we tell people where we are? Is that
Yeah, we-
kosher?
yeah.
We're talking about BC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going all
Yeah,
around
everyone
the country?
knows.
Okay.
Well, you just did
Most
it,
people
so
know.
we're good.
Yeah, I was gonna do it. I looked at you just to let you know what was gonna happen, but I was gonna do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then we get on the highway at 11 o'clock, get the job done in 3 hours, go home.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, good. Now I can spend the rest of the week in the Airbnb, make some money, and then I'll be good. And then Wednesday, I'm having a rest day because, you don't have to do anything. Boss calls me up and he's like, hey, this other guy can't do this work and you got to drive 5 hours north
Oh my God.
on Thursday. Oh, and we're leaving at 6 a.m.
Oh God.
Up at 5, get up there, do the work. And he's like, oh, it's only going to take a couple hours. And then, 5 hours, 6 hours later, he's like, okay, So that was a 13-hour day for me. I stayed up there and then drove home on Friday. I'm like,
Is this the work site you're not allowed to take pictures on?
No, that was a different one.
Different one.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Top
that was
secret.
the night cut. We weren't allowed to take pictures.
Top
Oh,
secret.
okay.
Top secret.
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
top secret there.
It's like they're building things for GoldenEye or something.
Yeah, exactly.
James Bond.
Yeah.
No doubt.
That was essentially my work week. And then,
Crazy.
of course, my shoulder's effed, so I can't. I was going to DJ on Friday. Couldn't do it because the shoulder's effed.
Hey, but we profited. Well, we played lots of League of Legends because
Yeah.
we were DJing.
Yeah, we played some League of Legends. We played some ARAM.
Oh,
Aram.
my
There
God.
was a crew of us. It was awesome.
League of Legends.
I know you
And
hate
then,
that game. I know you hate on that game real hard, Kurt.
I never played it, but anyways.
And then we went to, all three of us, we
Yeah.
played Battletoads on Saturday.
Yes.
And we wrapped that.
That was a good one.
Wrapped it.
That was fun
Yeah.
times.
'Cause
That
I never wrapped the original, so I got some closure.
I think I beat the first one. I think I
Did
did.
you
I think
really?
I did. And I had to play
No.
through it so many times just to get to the stupid
Turbo tunnels.
turbo
Turbo
tunnels.
tunnels. I never finished that game.
Yeah.
That last section of Turbo Tunnels was so hard.
We
You
did
talking
it.
about the current one?
Yeah.
Or the original.
Yeah.
Or the original.
Or the original, yeah. Both statements fit.
Exactly. So,
Yeah, extremely difficult to get through that. It's like, oh my God, that's tough.
we did it.
That's
We
tough.
persevered. It
Yeah.
probably took us an hour to get through that section, but
I'd have to say we probably could have got it through sooner if there wasn't so many of us.
maybe.
I feel like we kind of got in each other's way a little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Especially with the large character models blocking up a third of the screen when you jump.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Was that you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I was the smallest character, so I don't know
My
what
guy
you're
was
talking
huge.
about.
My guy was huge.
Yeah, it was not easy to get through that for sure.
But we did it.
Highly,
we did it.
highly recommend the game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was fun.
If you guys haven't played Battletoads 2020, just go out there. It's on Game Pass. If
Yeah.
you don't have Game Pass by now, you should probably get it now.
Yeah.
And then
Again,
you can play it.
We said that
Right
every
now.
every
Every
episode.
episode, Microsoft, Xbox, Game Pass, just do it. Or
Yeah.
is it the Microsoft Game Pass now?
I
Is this
think it
where I
is.
admit that I don't have it?
That's
Yeah,
okay.
well,
Is this where I admit that my last console for Xbox was a 360?
That's okay. That's okay. That's the same for a lot of people, so it's
Yeah.
all good.
I got migrated over to PlayStation. Mikey D here.
What a
You know
guy.
what you got to do? You got to get the best. You got to get that PlayStation.
Oh, jeez. Is that what it was?
I was a little bit of a sheep, and I jumped on board.
That's okay.
And I also did get to play a little of Death Stranding.
Oh, baby.
it was-
Wowee.
Absolutely terrifying and stressful.
Oh, baby. That is nice
Is this a
stuff.
horror game?
It's more of a UPS simulator,
Yeah.
but by
You're a
Hideo
delivery
Kojima.
man. Yeah.
So
What do you
it's-
mean UPS? You like the delivery guys?
Or-
You're the
Yeah,
delivery guy.
basically.
Yeah, you walk around, put packages on your back, and that's the whole mechanic of the game. Like the gameplay loop is you travel from one section to another with packages, trying to build like bridges and stuff to get.
But what happens to you? What's the scary part?
Oh, there's bad guys and stuff.
it's
That's
weird.
every video game.
It's
Yeah.
weird. It's weird. It's definitely weird.
There's even bad guys in Candy Crush. Like you can't not have a game. without
That's
a bad
true.
guy.
That's true.
It'd
Definitely
be
true.
really hard to explain everything right now.
Yes.
We should wait till later.
Sure.
Yes.
That sounds
Absolutely.
good. I'm detracting.
That's okay.
That's Herb,
okay.
how about you?
I mean, work was the same as usual. The anti-mask guy came back,
Oh,
and I got the call that he was in the store, and they were like, "He's over there." So I just I saw him from the end of the aisle, and I just yelled at him like, "Douglas!" And he stopped and looked at me. I'm like, "You're not allowed in here, man." And he's like, "What? Why?" I was like, "You know why?" And then he threatened me. "You've made a big mistake. You're gonna regret this." I was like, "Is that a threat?" He's like, "It's a promise." I was like, "All right, get out of here, buddy." But he left anyways.
Thank you for your business, but we don't need it.
Oh, I didn't thank him for the business. When I kicked him out the first time, he was trying to buy stuff, and I was like, "No, I don't want your money. Just leave." So he came back, and that was about the only exciting thing that happened all week. Other than that, it was just a regular work week. So kind of boring.
yeah.
Curtis.
Well, I've got a new job that I've been doing
Ooh.
this summer. I'm doing exterior finishing. It's been pretty good.
Nice.
We're doing a new house right now, which is kind of nice. So there's a crew of us there. We've had some gorgeous weather working outside. But I've ordered a new computer. So I didn't plan on coming to Counts this weekend, but I got notification from Amazon that my packages were starting to arrive. So
Nice.
I jumped in the car and came down and Curb and Mike were like, well, why don't you come join us on the podcast? I'm like, I'd love to be a guest on your guys' show.
There you go. Yeah, you're
Thank you
the
so much.
first one. So
Yeah,
you're
I really
taking our
appreciate
cherry.
Yeah. So
got a V card.
yeah.
Exactly.
So if you guys want to see that computer build, make sure to tune in later on today, twitch.tv/MikeyT33.
If you're watching this live,
It's
If
a
you're watching this
real
live.
beautiful build. I can't wait. First new computer in like almost 10 years.
where can we see this build if we're not going to be able to watch it live? Is it going to go up on the old YouTube?
It might go up on the old YouTube.
Okay.
Fellow streamer Feldy has volunteered his services
Too?
to get it on YouTube.
Do you like
Wow.
video edit or
What a guy.
rendering, or-
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, interesting.
so.
I'll be interested to see what happens there. Very cool.
Won't be no Linus Tech Tips style quality, but
We,
That's okay.
be us having a goof and building a computer.
we should have planned a little better and got some parts for me that I could have like duct taped together. I had the part that I built and then the part that you built. I
Oh,
think that would have
baby.
been pretty fun.
I like it. Very good.
Yeah.
Cool.
My construction motto, I learned this from my uncle, is if it doesn't fit, get a bigger hammer.
There you go.
I don't know if that applies in the computer
I
world.
don't think so.
Nah, it definitely doesn't. It definitely
Yeah.
doesn't.
Just cut off some of the little connectors off. It doesn't fit into your motherboard. It'll,
Yeah.
it'll work fine.
Yeah. This one's too big. Let's just cut some off.
That's all you have to do. Beauty.
Yeah. So should we talk about these corrections?
I guess
And
so.
some-
I
and
didn't
some
even know this
updates.
was happening. I feel triggered right now.
Do you?
No, not really.
So some more information has been brought to us about Luna.
Luna.
Luna,
That's
which
the
is
Amazon.
the Amazon game streaming service.
Okay, what did we miss?
That is all cloud-based. So Amazon is not quite like Google. Google has central servers around, and Amazon has little hub servers all around the place called Amazon Web Services.
Yeah, I did mention that when we were talking about it.
Did you?
I did mention Amazon Web Services. I don't know what it was, but I saw that it was in the article.
Yeah. So they're more like locally placed things, so that
Mm.
people can ping them way quicker than
Oh,
they can the Google services.
I see.
Yeah. So you can run better. It'll run better, faster, and maybe they'll be able to hit that.
In theory.
Yeah, in theory, maybe they'll be able to hit that 1080p 60 without all the lag.
But, like, what's the difference between me pinging Vancouver compared to Seattle? Like, nothing.
I know, very little.
So,
very little.
like, okay. I save 2 milliseconds? Like, who cares?
Well, let's depend on the traffic, though, right? Like,
Well, yeah, that's true,
you know,
but...
like, if they're going to launch a gaming service, I'm sure the traffic load in intention is supposed to be really quite heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to want a smaller, shorter ping.
Yeah. But again, like, they're not going to put one here in Kamloops.
No.
So, like, it's going to be, like, yeah, again, am I pinging Vancouver or Seattle? Like,
Yeah.
no big difference.
Either way doesn't make a difference. But if you're
I guess if you're in
If you're living
Australia
far
or
away-
something...
Well, let's flip that now, because obviously, Amazon wants to take over the world, so they're
Yep.
going to want to get someone pinging from Russia, not to
Yes.
Seattle.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. That's more where I could see a definite change for sure would be
Yeah.
like if you're in Siberia or something where you're pinging like Leningrad. Is it still called Leningrad? Stalingrad? I don't even know anymore. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it's going to be, they're hoping it's going to be way better than the Google, just because they have more of those little hub servers everywhere.
Keep hoping.
I-
Yeah, we're hoping.
I see their catalog looking like Amazon Prime, though. A whole bunch of titles you don't know,
Yes.
and then one or two that you want to play.
Yeah, there's not that many in there yet.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
see how it
We'll
goes.
see how
But
they can sign some
Amazon has their own game studio now, so I'm sure their games will debut on their own platform. Only makes sense. Like that crappy one you were playing. What was that?
Crucible,
The Crucible.
which they immediately took down.
They were like, oh yeah, this
Oh,
game
yeah.
sucks. We got to work on it more.
Yeah, they took it down and they were like, yeah, sorry guys, we effed that up. Like, yep, you sure did.
Okay, what else did we screw up?
This is definitely my fault with the
Okay.
first mechanical wireless gaming keyboard.
Oh, there had
It
been
is-
ones before?
Yeah, I misread the title. That was Razer's first mechanical.
I
game
think I
wireless
did
gaming.
say that too when you were
Oh.
talking about it. I think I said it's probably Razer's first one, but who knows? I don't know enough about the computer stuff. So
And yeah, there's been other ones like the Logitech one that's been out since 2018.
there you go.
So that was brought to our attention.
Old
So
Razer.
I got a question. What classifies it as gaming?
It lights up.
Is that- so- okay.
Yeah,
RGB.
ultra low latency. It doesn't have to light up, but mechanical keys and
It
stuff like
does
that.
have to light
It
up.
has to light up.
It has
if you
to
want
light
to
up.
sell it to the gamers, it's
It has to light up.
RGB.
Yeah, if you want to sell it to the gamers, for sure.
Just Google anything with the word gaming in it for a computer.
Yeah, and it
part.
lights up and
Because
it's
of
red
lights,
and it's got
yeah.
flames.
That improves your score 10 points.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like those Go Fast stickers on cars.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Very good.
just stripes everywhere.
No
All
doubt.
stripes and flames.
And wings.
Yes.
What did they call him on The Simpsons when Homer's car got shot up? Speed holes.
Definitely speed holes. It helps reduce the coefficient of friction against the air.
Exactly. So we had 2 errors that we've heard of
Yep,
so
that's
far.
it.
Oh
That's
well,
it.
shit.
Yep.
That's pretty
That's
good.
not bad.
That's like
We're pretty
98%.
Yeah.
Well, you had 100 items?
I mean,
Let's do
I'm bad at math. It's pretty good, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's get on to the new news.
Oh, new news.
New news. Let's get into the hardware.
Hardware.
Yes. And speaking of hardware and gaming and money,
Yes.
things that cost money, the Xbox Series S and X are getting discounted. Their prices aren't quite the same. They're not really discounted, but they're not the same if you live in a different place.
They
so
sure
in
aren't.
Japan, they're going to be a little bit cheaper.
Can
Then-
you click that link? Because when I tried to check it, I think the webpage is down. I think that information is now gone.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
So well, they
whoever
were
did that-
they definitely were reducing the price in Japan.
Oh, yeah, for
though.
sure.
They did it.
They probably
So-
just don't want the rest of the world to know.
Well, no, it's out there already because even in Canada, it's cheaper than buying it in the States.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
like, it's $3.99 in the U.S. $2.99 for the S in the States,
Yeah.
and it's $3.99. What was it?
$349.
$3.49 or
believe.
something like
Oh,
that. Anyways,
that's
with the
really-
conversion rate, it's cheaper for an American to come to Canada and buy one.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
Man, you know what? I'm glad that that's finally happening.
well, why though? Why would it be cheaper
Yeah,
here
it's
than in the
weird.
States?
Well, but why do they need to gouge us just because
Well,
it's coming across the border?
I mean, I agree. They don't need to charge us more, but like, obviously, our money's not par, so they can't say it's $2.99 in the States and $2.99 in Canada, because that would be like $200 in the States with the convert.
You probably priced your market. I wonder.
Yeah,
what
that's definitely what
I'm
it
curious
is.
to know what
Oh,
the
yeah.
numbers are of PlayStation to Xbox users in Canada.
Oh,
Curious to
PlayStation 4 is way more than
Curi-
Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
Curious to know what the selling price is, because like, as an example, phones back in the day, Samsung, they used to be able to put multiple cameras or high-end cameras in their phones, but they didn't do it for the Canadian market because the Canadian market didn't want it.
Yeah.
It didn't sell.
hmm
So there's a lot of analytics that
Oh,
goes
yeah,
into that kind of thing.
Definitely.
So I'm wondering what's causing these choices to be made.
I think it's just the price looks. They can't say it's $649 in Canada for the Xbox Series X. It's that looks way too much. But
Oh,
when you
yeah.
say it's $599, you're like, oh, okay, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
So $649 is just an unreasonable amount.
Yeah.
That's like PS3 levels of dollar money,
Yeah.
and it didn't work out good then, so it wouldn't work good now.
Car salesman tactics. It's
Yeah,
not
basically.
20,000, it's 19.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
So the price in Japan has been announced: $4.99 in America, and then $4.74 in
USD.
Japan. Yeah, USD.
Yeah, yeah.
And then for the X and the S was $2.99 and is $2.84
Yeah.
USD. In
So
Japan.
$15 less, like
Yeah.
nothing major.
Savings is savings.
Exactly. And this has got, again, I think Microsoft is going to go hard in Japan this time. They didn't do anything for the One X in Japan, and they got to get those guys back into the Xbox, like at least developing sort of
Oh yeah, for
work.
sure.
Get the Japanese developers in there. Because, yeah, they really screwed it up last time.
They definitely did.
Yeah.
So, and also a lot of reviewers got some hands on with the Xbox.
Man, how do I get one of these?
Right?
God.
First,
You need to be a reviewer.
I guess so.
You need to be a Linus or a
Oh, that's it? Easy.
yeah. You gotta be
Or
high
Lou.
end. Yeah, or
Linus
Lou.
or Lou. Maybe our name needs to start with an L.
Maybe.
I'm going to be Lurtis.
Yes.
So yeah, they've got they weren't allowed to like give you raw numbers,
Yes.
just like impressions and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So there's like oh no, I guess they did get to do.
Yeah,
some
they
numbers.
did because they did.
yeah.
They did side by side loading times. I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
Well,
yeah.
okay, so Lou didn't. He did it with a PS4 and an Xbox side by
Oh.
side. So he said these aren't. He said aren't
What is he
true.
comparing though?
Well, he didn't have a PS5 to compare, but he was just comparing. They put two sweet. Did you watch his video? He did two sweet
No.
snaps of these really nice LG like $17,000 TVs or something like that. I don't know, crazy.
Oh, is he comparing like the visuals?
The visuals,
Oh,
the gameplay,
okay.
and how it just looks, and the setup, and the feel, and the
Okay.
systems. He went through like what he was allowed to show you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
That was pretty cool.
Yes, they were saying nearly instant boots, super fast load times,
I'm
as we were
excited.
expecting. And
Yeah.
all. So that's good. It's good. And they were like talking about the upscaling being extremely good.
Yeah.
You're still getting like upscaled old school Xbox games, ones.
Original.
Original
Oh,
Xbox.
yeah,
like
yeah.
not Xbox.
What stupid naming
anything
conver-
anything that was backwards compatible, like
Yes.
the upscaling
Yeah.
was really good. They added HDR support to a lot of the
Yeah.
games and stuff like that. And apparently looked really good and ran super smooth.
They look really good on the Xbox One X right now. Like playing original Xbox games, they don't look muddy and they look really crisp and everything like that. And it's just like, oh man, how do they do this? It's so good. So hopefully they add more games to the backwards compatibility thing. But even now on well, I don't know about PS4 so much, but on the Xbox One they have like the resume feature and everything where you can just turn it off and turn it on, and it's right where you left off. Apparently in the
To every detriment when mom asks you to do your chores.
yes, exactly. The Series X can do multiple games now, I think.
Oh wow.
So it can like you can be like, oh, I'm gonna switch from like this game to the other, and they'll just know where you were on both.
There's
So.
probably only a certain amount that you can do, like maybe 5 or 10.
Who knows what it is, but
Well, there could be a lot of. You could probably do a lot because if you're just taking the memory and just writing it to the hard drive,
Yeah.
and then just recalling all that.
it's
to
like
the
a
memory.
save state. I
Yeah,
guess.
it's essentially
Yeah, I
what it
guess
is. It's a
so.
save
Yeah,
state.
yeah,
So
yeah.
depending on what your hard drive size is,
exactly.
you could write a
There's the
lot.
catch.
Yeah, and they showed there was specific time numbers shown because I remember seeing them somewhere, and they were showing like it took like for Control it took like 2 minutes to load on the One X, but on the Series X it took like 30 seconds and stuff like that. So like the load times are just going to be
Yeah, that SSD in there.
It's crazy.
My Nintendo NES
It loaded pretty
zero
quick.
seconds. Yeah, it was pretty quick too. I feel like they're just selling this to us when it used to be a feature we had a long time ago.
Yeah. Imagine how expensive a NES cart would be if it contained 30 gigs of memory. And how big it would be. It'd be like bigger than the NES.
Well, it'd just be it would be an NVMe
Yeah.
drive.
No, I'm thinking of
Oh.
in a cartridge.
I'm thinking of like actual size back then.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it would be a disc hard drive.
Yeah, exactly.
well,
be crazy.
you got the chips. Like each individual ROM chip was 8K.
Yes.
Oh man.
And they were at least an inch and a half
Yeah.
wide by like half an inch.
Exactly.
And so you'd have to like put in so many of those chips.
Can you
1,000.
imagine?
Yeah.
Just-
Be
Just
hilarious.
1,000 to get 8 megs.
yeah, 8 megs.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Crazy. So
That's why when you're looking at those Sega cartridges, like 2 mega cartridge,
Yep.
it's like that is a lot of data
Yep.
on some tiny. on
well,
some
what
huge
was it?
chips.
How big was Super Mario Brothers? 64 kilobytes?
Something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
super small.
like
The original?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
they can't even do a save icon for that small anymore. Like the save icon is like a meg. It's just crazy.
I know they fit all that data into.
It's like
such a small thing.
It's
and
like
makes
the
it
limited
fully playable
technology
game.
made them actually work hard and do
Oh, yeah, for
stuff.
sure.
Now it's just like, oh, whatever. Just put it on 3 Blu-ray discs. Whatever. You don't need to worry about compressing it.
You can, you know what? Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
They were the,
3
first,
discs.
they were like, we need discs.
Yep.
And then Final Fantasy's like, we need 3 discs.
Yes. Exactly. Just for the full motion video. The,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
game
yeah.
is nothing. It's
Yeah.
the full motion video.
Uncompressed, not
Yes.
not uncompressed. But,
Well,
you know, not-
that 480i
Yeah.
video, like wowee.
I
So
remember getting
nice.
Final Fantasy 8, and it was a fold out of
Yeah.
discs. But some of them were like, one was an install disc that had nothing to do with the game. One was a
Like on
video
PC?
disc, for PC.
Yeah.
And then there was like 3 or 4 game discs. I'm like, okay, Enix, like you need to slow down here.
Exactly.
yeah, that was. I remember. Yeah, I've seen. You've got that in your Final Fantasy collection box, don't you?
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
seeing that.
yeah.
I've seen that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Phil Spencer, not done
Mr.
talking
Spencer.
about Xbox things. He's
Nice.
like, there are going to be more Xboxes than the S or the X.
Of course.
He's
For those
thinking.
of us that don't know, who is Phil Spencer?
He's like, is he? What's his title? He's VP or president of Xbox operations or something like that.
He's essentially the man who saved Xbox.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
Well, trying to. Anyways.
Trying to, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he took over after the first guy. Who was the first guy that did
Don
the-
Matt. Well, way back in the day.
Yeah, when the guy that first launched the Xbox.
Well, I remember Seamus Blackley was there, Blakely, but and then Peter Moore was there, and who else? Crap, I can't remember all the names. But the most recent one with Xbox One X or Xbox One that really screwed it up, that was Don Matrick, I think, and he's the guy that screwed it all up.
Yeah, and then Phil Spencer took over for him and started fixing everything.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
They were very well. Curtis, you haven't had an Xbox in a while. When the Xbox One came out, they were like had all these really anti-consumer. I wouldn't say anti-consumer, but bad consumer practices. Like you couldn't, if you had the disc installed it in your Xbox, you couldn't. No one else could use it. You couldn't like lend it to anybody or stuff like that.
Lend out your disc. I was like, what's the point of owning a disc?
Exactly. And it always had the Xbox always had to be online to make sure you actually owned the game and stuff like that. They took all that crap out when it actually launched because everybody was like, "You guys have lost your mind."
Yeah,
we don't want any of this crap.
The amount of backlash from the E3
and the Kinect.
So
that was the other thing too. Kinect. Oh my god.
I remember that.
Yeah,
that's because you're like, no, getting a 4. That's after what they're doing with this.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way everybody was. So. Yeah, more. They're going to be just like the phones. You're going to get the Xbox Series X Pro Edition. Well, what are they? Well, their Pro Edition naming was the X, so I don't know what they're going to do for the like upgraded X version.
Yeah. Right.
Double X.
They need to fire the marketing guy who's naming their systems.
I agree.
For sure.
They've been really bad.
Like, okay, so Xbox. And then Xbox 360.
Yes.
That was great. But then where do you go from there?
Xbox One.
Downhill from there.
Well, and even on the podcast, every time I'm trying to talk about the Xbox Series X, I keep saying Xbox One X all the time. And it's like, I'm buying one and I don't even know what I'm buying.
Good thing you clicked on the right link.
Yeah, I did buy the right one. I definitely bought the right one. So, yeah, of course they're going to keep doing this.
Yeah, as we talked about last podcast with the naming convention screwing up everyone's pre-orders.
Yes.
Panic buying.
Yes.
Jeez.
Well, I was listening to another podcast, Game Scoop, and that's IGN's general video game podcast, and they have analytics of people that bought Xboxes through clicking on IGN links, so they know like who bought what. And they said that like the Xbox One X sales went up like 300% on the Series X launch day, and they were like, okay, that's people buying the wrong thing. But then they were like,
mistake.
They were like, well, maybe it was just like there's hype, so people are doing it. So they went and looked back to see who was buying a PS4 Pro on the PS5 launch day, and they sold 0 PS4 Pros. So it was like people buying the wrong thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I'm an X boy. So
how do you feel about there going to be multiple Xboxes coming
I'm
out?
fine with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got the Xbox One.
Yeah.
I got the Xbox One X, which is what we were playing on last night.
Yeah.
I've already pre-ordered this Xbox One Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
And I mean, if I couldn't afford it, I might buy the Series S, but the disc drive really doesn't do it for me. So
yeah,
I'm
I
excited.
like the idea of discless.
I do, but I also have like so many games that I wouldn't be able to play. So I have like. Well, I probably have like 100 360 games and probably that many Xbox original games.
Yeah,
so with the backwards compatibility, I need the disc drive.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
I'm
excited.
definitely thinking about the Series S.
With
Oh yeah, and that's a
seriously
discless, right?
though,
Yeah.
seriously though, Game Pass, dude. Oh my god, what a deal! What a deal! Like
How much is it a month?
it's like $10. And last week Microsoft bought Bethesda, ZeniMax Media, so like all Fallout, Elder Scrolls, they're all going to be just free to play on Xbox if you have Game Pass.
Is only $10. Isn't the Sony one $20?
Well, Game
Sony
Pass is
doesn't have one.
different.
Yeah, Game Pass is different.
You're
No.
thinking of PS Plus.
But there's one where you get to play all these games for free, and it costs you $20.
Oh yeah, that's what is that stupid thing called?
I got it for a month because I was playing Civilization.
That's the one where you stream the game, though, right?
No, you don't have to stream the game.
No, it comes from the cloud. Like you
Comes
don't,
from the cloud, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
You
sorry.
don't
There's
download
no
it.
local install.
Yeah,
so
this
it's cloud.
this on Game Pass, you download them. Yeah, what is that called? I can't even remember.
I don't know. But
You're the only person I know that's ever done that.
I did it for 1 month. I was playing Civilization.
And how did it go?
You know,
Yeah.
It was awesome. I loved it. And
The
then I was
service
like,
was good though.
the service was perfect.
Okay.
But I'm playing an old game.
Yeah.
You know, it's an old school game.
You could have
So-
probably bought it for the price you paid
Well,
for the
and I was
subscription.
Like, I'm not paying $20 a month
Yeah.
to play this game month after.
PlayStation Now.
Yeah, I own it
Yeah.
on the 360.
Yeah,
It was
that's
PlayStation Now,
Now.
right?
PlayStation Now. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But I own it on the.
Oh, it was
360.
Civilization Revolution.
That's it.
Oh God! You were paying $20 a month to play that?
20-year-old game.
Wow.
Actually, I got the free 1 month free trial,
Okay, fair
and then
enough.
I canceled it before I had to start.
Okay.
paying. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Game Pass lets you download them, but it's like Netflix for games, basically. It's so good.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
So good.
Yeah. So
Even Mikey's thinking about getting an Xbox.
oh no,
That's
I'm
crazy.
even thinking about getting one. I mean, it's small,
He's a PC boy.
it's portable.
Yeah.
He
It'll
likes
fit.
his-
It'll
he
look
likes his
really good
PlayStation.
underneath my
He hasn't played his
Entertainment
TV.
He hasn't played his PlayStation in a year until I bought him Death Stranding.
It's true.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
It's true.
Yeah.
Little Jackbox, little fun games here and there.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was like a year ago though.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
fair
yeah.
enough. Absolutely.
Yeah, the
So-
most it does now is
Collect dust.
well, no, it still gets used a lot.
Yes.
It plays
For
Crunchyroll.
Netflix? Oh, for Crunchyroll.
I bought a PlayStation 4 Pro, the Spider-Man edition.
Yes.
Oh my god, it was amazing.
Yes.
I love this thing. And then I didn't touch it for 6 months.
Yes.
Until Final Fantasy VII came out.
I knew it.
And I was like, yeah.
Finally, it's
finally
paying
getting
off.
Some use. It's getting some use. It's worth
Exactly.
it. Paid
Exactly.
$600 to play this game.
Exactly. No doubt.
Well, speaking of things that are coming out, that came out, that are coming out soon.
Mikey had a stroke.
I did. The NVIDIA RTX 3070s are going to be launching October 29th.
Oh, baby.
And good luck
Getting one?
getting one.
So I'm glad that we already referenced Linus Tech Tips earlier
Yes.
because I was watching one of their tech news and they're saying that it was delayed because it happens to be just 3 days after someone else is launching their graphics card or something like that, and so they want to wait so they can price react with the 3070. So it could get even cheaper. if they need
Interesting.
to.
So the price currently is $499 American.
Is this going to be better than what I got? Yeah,
Yes.
definitely has to be,
It's
right?
better than the 2080 Ti.
Yeah, it's on par with the 2080
Yeah,
Ti.
sorry.
God
Yeah.
damn.
That's what NVIDIA says, though. So
Yeah,
real
yeah,
world
yeah.
might be a little bit
Yeah.
different. Yeah, it's going to come
Still,
out.
it's a third the price. What does it
Man.
matter?
So
That's true.
so they might be. I don't think big like NVIDIA's big or AMD's big Navi is coming out. I think they're just talking about
Announcing it.
announcing
Yes.
it.
Yeah, they're announcing it,
Okay.
and then these guys are gonna price react.
Yeah. So yeah, it might get a little cheaper. Might not. Might stay the same price. We'll see.
Corporate warfare.
So is this
Yeah.
$449 or whatever? Is that Canadian or is that
No,
American?
that's American.
Boo.
$499.
Yeah, $499 American. So it's still
Yeah.
going to be like $600.
Yeah, $600.
How will Minecraft look when I use that?
amazing.
Oh, baby.
Do you have
Real-time ray
do you have
tracing?
Ray tracing?
I don't right now.
Oh my god! I hear Minecraft with ray tracing is like the bee's knees.
I just have a 1060, so I can't do ray tracing.
Yeah, so you'll.
Am I
It's gonna
build it?
be like Sonic Ether shaders, all the shaders and
Yeah.
stuff like that, except
I'll
way
bet a better
smoother.
frame rate.
Way
than
better frame rate
25.
and
Am
way
I
more
able to do
accurate.
ray tracing with the card I'm getting? Yeah, I didn't think so.
Noob.
Well, they have-
hey, I don't play Minecraft.
They don't. You'll be able to do software ray tracing, but you won't be able to do hardware ray tracing because there's no RT cores on there.
Yeah, oh
Okay.
shit.
That's okay. Plays League of Legends, I'll be happy.
Yes.
You're gonna load League of Legends. You're gonna be like, no more
yeah,
potato.
yeah. I'm not the potato.
Yeah, we were talking about this on Friday there, where they took off where you could see what everyone's load progress was like.
Oh, why?
Yeah,
So-
individual load progress,
yeah.
so you couldn't get flamed.
Yeah, because every time you come into the game,
Yeah.
you just flame the guy that loaded last.
Yeah, you're gonna lose. Don't die in lane. Don't feed.
0% toxicity in that game.
Yeah. That's why I play.
Oh God, terrible.
Yep. Speaking of terrible,
Okay.
Google Stadia.
Oh no.
Google Stadia. The latest Chromecast will not support Google Stadia out of the box. Wah, wah.
I thought you. Oh man.
Yeah, but software downloads are so prevalent these days. What does it matter?
That's just hilarious that they're not even baking it in right away.
It might come later.
It'll
Still.
probably come later, but it's just funny that they're not even doing it right away.
That's
Google.
That's
I don't
'cause
know, man.
They don't care.
No, they don't care anymore. They're like, we tried.
That's the thing with Google. It'll be like, we tried. It's garbage. shut her down.
Yeah, negative latency.
Like what?
That guy's fired.
What was their Google's social network? Just like shut her down. We don't
yeah.
care.
What was
Google
that?
Plus.
Google Plus. Yeah, shut her down. We don't care. They had their own newsreader. Shut her down. We don't care. Just like we spent $20 billion on it. It didn't work. Shut her down. Doesn't matter.
$20 billion is nothing to them.
Exactly. So one day I'll be like, Stadia, shut her down. No one cares. So that is pretty rough, though. That they're
It
well.
is
That's
rough.
I think the writing's on the wall there.
I
Oh,
feel
for sure.
the market was too small. Like
Well,
for the
yeah.
price that they're going to charge and all that kind of stuff. The market, like it's for people who live in small towns and small
Yeah,
areas
but
and friends that they
You
can
said you were
connect
using
close.
PlayStation Now and it was working. That's basically what this is. So
Yeah,
because
so
like
but-
it's just streaming games.
But
I mean,
PlayStation has a name backing on.
yeah,
it.
no, I agree for
There's
sure.
a huge difference. There.
I
Like,
I
have no
agree.
problem.
And I mean, it wasn't like you
Trust
bought
me.
your PS4 to do PlayStation Now.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
Definitely
definitely,
not.
but it is the same sort of idea.
But there's a lot of people out there now who've got at least Google Chromes that they can use their TV, do other things.
Yep.
Because those things are pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
need
yeah.
to get one.
Yeah, they're great.
Definitely, for
These
sure.
ones here look great with the remote. Pretty excited about that. It's
Oh,
a standalone system, not having to use your phone.
Mm,
it's pretty nice.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm into it.
I just do all my media stuff through my Xbox. So
I gotta tell you, I'm being sucked into the Appleverse hard. I think I'm gonna get an Apple TV.
Just-
I've got a couple Chromecasts, so I could
just resist.
I got a 4K one if you wanna.
Oh, yeah.
Resist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll buy that off. Yeah.
You should resist. Should resist.
It's too easy. It's just like I've been resisting for 10 years.
Mhm.
Being in the cell phone industry,
Yeah.
I resisted for 10 years, and they gave me one. And well, that was.
Gee,
that
I
was
wonder how they
got
got
you. I'm still using it.
Gee,
Today.
it sounds like the first one was free.
Yeah.
I think they got you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my
Hook, line, and
gosh.
sinker.
Wowee.
I'm not going to tell you though. It just works.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, well, mine works except all the cracks and when it doesn't work.
Well,
Other
that's
than
a
that-
different issue. Like people can break their iPhones,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like you did too. Like that's separate.
No.
It's about the integration into your life and how easily it works.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I do like
Indoctrinated.
Apple has been like very recently like, hey, privacy is our thing. Like,
That's because they're selling that because the new model right now has nothing else to tote.
no, I guess so.
You watch Apple when they've got a hardware thing coming out,
Yeah.
it's all hardware. But when their hardware is like just like a little baby step up and not much of a difference, it's all software commercials.
Yep.
It's all about the
Fair
services
enough.
they sell.
We
you.
added one 7-nanometer transistor to this new iPhone.
You can see it. It's like hardware and then software.
Yeah.
Hardware and software. And they have like you can it's a schedule that you can count on.
Fair enough. I've only ever owned an iPod, so. And it was a fucking pain in the ass to get running, so they didn't sell me.
Well, you still got your Zune, right?
I never had a Zune. I would have liked one. I had a Creative M Vision, which was
yeah,
which
Creative,
worked
yeah.
pretty good, but then it stopped working.
They ended
so.
up being creative. Ended up owning was it Jukebox or whatever? What was the software on your computer that went with creative?
I'm
Wasn't
not
it?
sure.
I'm not sure. That worked way better than the iPod. Trying to get that to sync on my computer. Oh my god. Anyways, haven't had an iPod since. Do they even make iPods anymore?
Oh yeah,
They do.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
They make iPod Touches. It's basically a phone
Yeah.
without the phone.
Oh, I
part.
had an iPod Touch too.
Yeah.
I bought that to play a game.
Oh,
I actually bought that
look
to
at
buy a game.
Apple get it, and you bought it for a game.
I bought it for a game. Can you guess what game it was? This would have been like, let me think here, 12 years ago, 13 years ago.
What game would that have been?
You'll never get it. You'll never
No,
get it. It was
probably
it was a Mass Effect tie-in game for iPod and iPhone.
Oh.
Yeah. It was fun, but wow. Yeah. Anyways, I
Apple
think I still have that.
Apple incepting you and you didn't even know it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't buy anything else, so that was
That's
like BioWare getting me, not Apple.
half an hour later, Curbs like, "Oh yeah, I got an iPad. Oh yeah, I had this."
I never had an iPad. I had 3 iPods. I have 3 iPods. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of companies still out there making high-end DAC players, like just
Crazy.
FLAC and
When's
DAC and all
Minidisc
these,
coming back?
Mini disc. Oh my goodness. Do you know why mini disc was so large? In Japan,
They were mini.
They had blockbusters in
Yes.
Japan where you'd go and rent the mini disc.
You're not allowed to rent movies and games, but
And
you
you
can
can
rent music.
And you were allowed to make a copy of
Yep.
it. It was legal there.
Yep.
And then you returned that disc that you rented. That's why mini discs were
Yeah.
so huge.
You could rent music, but you couldn't rent movies or games.
I didn't know that.
that box right there,
Yeah.
Mini disc.
full of mini discs.
Which the
Yeah.
Netrunner box?
Yeah.
20
I
years
thought it was a
ago,
Netrunner.
That's what DJs used.
Nope.
Here's
Oh,
my
mini
new
disc.
set.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's how you recorded really easily.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Very good.
That's what we would do.
High
So
quality.
Borrow my mini disc player, take it to the club,
Yeah.
and record. And
That's
then-
illegal.
Then they would rip that to CDs and sell it to all their
Yep.
friends. Or give it away to their friends.
Or reel-to-reel magnetic tape.
Oh my god. The gramophone. Let's
Yeah.
get it going here. Very good. I like it.
Yeah. All right, should we take a break?
Let's take a short break and we'll come back and talk about some other crap.
Yeah.
All right, we're back.
Hope you enjoyed those messages from our sponsors.
Welcome back. Welcome.
If only we had a sponsor.
Right? You guys want to talk about some software now?
Software, I've heard of that.
Yeah, some software, some video games, not just hardware. We talk about software too.
I like video games.
So Nintendo dropped a massive bomb, and the world collectively lost their minds. Well, the Super Smash Brothers lost.
How do I feel?
Their minds, players.
I don't play Smash, so I don't care.
Oh,
the next Ultimate Super Smash Brothers Ultimate DLC character, Minecraft Steve.
Is that the main dude?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
the main Minecraft dude.
There's Steve.
I play Minecraft all the time.
Steve, Alex, Enderman, and Zombie. They're getting added.
Who's
in.
Alex?
Just like the female Steve,
Yeah.
basically.
Okay.
Different skin,
And
basically.
then this is Zombie, and who's the
Enderman. Just a
Enderman?
bad guy from Minecraft.
Okay.
Probably kill you. I mean, it's pretty big news. Again, this is another thing I'm pointing towards, like Microsoft trying to rebuild some goodwill with Japanese developers and stuff like that.
For sure.
I don't know. Did anyone expect this to be happening? I don't think so.
I didn't even know Smash Brothers was still going.
Oh god, yeah. It's huge. It's huge.
Like the Ultimate Smash Brothers character lineup is probably bigger than League of Legends character lineup.
Yeah, there's like 70 characters or something like that right
Oh,
now.
League of Legends got like 150 characters.
So it's closing in, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's closing in. Yeah.
What
Did you watch the reveal trailer?
I watched a bit of it. I didn't watch the whole thing because, like I said, I don't care.
Yeah,
about Smash
I
Brothers.
watched just like the 8 seconds of the beginning, and I'm like, oh man, they did a good job of that.
I did watch some of the gameplay, and it looked hilarious. Like, well, it probably won't mean anything to you, but like when they're fighting and Steve's like trying to knock people off the edge, he's like igniting flint and steel and burning them so they keep. And then he pillared out and like burned him, and then the blocks went away and stuff like that. So it looked pretty hilarious.
Does he have a pickaxe for a weapon?
I would have to
I would
think
imagine
so.
he would.
It's a
Yeah, that's his
special,
main-
but
yeah.
I don't remember seeing a pickaxe.
Okay. Yeah.
But I saw him getting in a minecart and rolling out and hitting the guy off, and it looked really cool. Sakurai, like the guy that does this Smash, like what it was like 8 years ago, he tweeted out a picture and it said like Steve enters the fray, and he was like character number 69 or whatever. Like someone had mocked up a thing, like fake one, and it said like his tweet was like, "This will never happen" or something like that. And then he retweeted it after this, and he's like, "Oh, this tweet didn't age very well."
So apparently they're redesigning some of the levels so that they're more suited to building, because Steve can build.
Yeah,
because he is Minecraft Steve,
Yeah.
so
Wait,
he can like
you're
throw
gonna build-
blocks down and build.
He's gonna build new platforms in the Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not entirely sure how
he
it's going to
definitely
work,
was
but they're going
pillaring
to.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
so-
He's
they're
like
gonna-
gets knocked off the edge. He starts building his own new platform. Nope,
Almost.
not this time.
Exactly.
So yeah, they're redesigning some stages so that it works better for the building.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
They always do that. So, yeah. I mean, this is good for Smash Brothers because I think the last like 10 characters they added have all been sword boys from Fire Emblem. So this is a little something different because it's getting a little
a
like,
little stale.
well, I don't know, like
it's just all the same guy.
people
from
like
Emblem.
Fire Emblem, but it's just like, do we need 10 different sword boys or sword girls from Fire Emblem?
Yeah.
Never played Fire Emblem.
I've watched people play it. And it's like it'd be like Advance Wars, but with troops, I guess.
So
I don't
like a
know.
tactics.
Yeah, basically. It's like a turn-based, grid-based game, I think. Looks interesting, but yeah, I don't know. Who else could they add into this game? Like, what's next on the agenda?
I don't know.
They got Mega Man. They got, like, Sonic.
Did they put Nook in there?
He might be a trophy or something like that.
Well, they got to put Nook in there as a playable character.
Nah, I don't know if there's any. I think Villager is in the game as playable character, but I don't think any of the actual, like, animal characters are in his characters.
Luigi.
Kane's
No,
in
they gotta
it,
put
right?
Waluigi's never going to be in there.
Waluigi, get in there.
Kane's in it, right? From Final Fantasy? Or is it
Cloud,
Final Fantasy?
it's Cloud.
Oh, Cloud?
It's Cloud.
That's it? Oh.
Yeah, and
Should have
then
Kane would have been
I
a
think
great one.
they added Banjo-Kazooie. That's another Microsoft one. But, I mean, they were first out when the Rare was owned by Nintendo. So
Ratchet and Clank.
Earthworm
No, I don't
Jim?
think. I think Sony's just. They're our competitor. Like,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
those guys. They would
Well,
never do it.
But
Sony
they're-
and Nintendo don't get along because they stole Square.
Well,
They-
I
it's not-
mean,
it's been a
that's a long time ago.
It's like Hatfields and McCoys or something.
I think Sony just doesn't play well with others for anything. Like, look at how they would not do crossplay until
yeah.
like they were basically forced to do it and all that stuff. So
Put in Roger Wilco.
Roger Wilco. No, like
Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah, let's get some Sierra IP in there.
yeah, I don't know about that one, but like
Does Sierra still exist?
they're owned by EA, I think.
Yeah, they still exist, but they're not doing
That
it.
doesn't make me.
They're
happy
owned
here.
in name only, basically. I don't think they're doing anything.
EA is like, I see them as like,
I mean, they're not as
Bad
bad
guys.
as they were, but they're still pretty bad.
Yeah.
But like, who's some old platformer characters that aren't around anymore that we could get in there? Gex?
Karnov.
Karnov? I mean, they do have Mega Man. Karnov's a Capcom character, so that could happen. Like Arrow the Acrobat.
Arrow,
Spyro.
Spyro.
Cool Spot, yes.
Cool Spot.
Yeah,
Is,
the Noid.
Is the Noid? Yeah, is the Noid. Was it Domino's that sold that game, or was it an actual developer?
It was an actual developer,
Yeah.
but it was their commercial stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys see my
Boogerman?
750 milliliter PepsiCo bottles up there?
Wow.
All in glass?
Nice.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with those?
Beat someone to
Hang
death.
out.
You're gonna what?
They're just going to hang out.
You should
Look
put
awesome.
some fairy lights in them.
Oh,
Fairy string lights in
yeah.
them. Make them little showpieces.
They got to put in Keanu Reeves' character from Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to put any character from an M-rated game in there. I don't think.
What about? Did they have
Isn't Solid Snake in there?
Metroid?
Oh, Snake was in
Yeah,
there,
Snake
but I
was
think
in
that
there.
was
Oh,
from
yeah.
when he was in the GameCube game, and I think that one was rated T.
Master Chief?
It's a M-rated game. I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
Master
You'd
Chief
be-
was in Dead or Alive, the fighting game. A female chief, anyways, of
Yeah.
course, because it's Dead or Alive. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows what they'll add?
Yeah. They need to do a...
What about we were just talking about him, the Wonder Boy or whatever.
Oh,
it
yeah,
was.
Alex Kidd.
Yeah, Alex Kidd.
They'd have to add something pretty crazy for me to buy Smash. I don't know what it would
like
be.
a good game?
I mean, Smash is probably a fine game. It's just not really something I want to play too
You know
much.
what made me stop playing it? The Nintendo Wii.
Oh, yeah.
A fighting game where my hands are apart on the controller.
Yeah.
Couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I was like,
I think you could play it with
yeah,
a...
you could turn the wand sideways, couldn't you?
Yeah, but I think
Yeah,
you could
or you
also
could get
play
the
with a
GameCube
Wave Bird
controller
or
or
something like
something.
that.
but it just turned me off.
Yeah.
Like I loved Smash when it was the N64.
hmm
That was probably the last time I really enjoyed
I never
playing
even
it.
really played it on the N64. I played a little bit on the GameCube. I think I rented it one time, and it was fine, but I was just, I don't understand the... I must have been too old at that point, I guess. I don't
think
know.
if you're thinking about playing Smash, just play Roof Rage.
Yeah, Roof Rage is...
Yes, absolutely.
Roof Rage is the bomb.
Roof Rage is so much fun.
The style in that game. Dudes. When's the new DLC characters coming out?
It's so easy to pick up and play too. Or Smash, you pick it up and you're like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah, because Smash is like you have to be perfect on the combos.
Yeah.
Where Roof Rage is like
I'm sure there's
you
I'm
just
sure
button mash.
I think that's just our skill level with Roof Rage. I'm sure there's combos in Roof Rage.
No.
There
yeah.
is, but we're never allowed to bring up the screen because we're all trying to play.
It's too
Like,
fun
oh,
just to
oops.
play like a
Yeah,
dumbass
it's
like we
oops,
do.
I didn't mean to bring that up. Well, can I look at my
No, you
combos?
can't. You can't. Not allowed.
You're not allowed to get better.
Exactly. Yeah, so I mean, and the other thing too with this game is like Smash has been out for like since Switch launch and it's still $80. So
Yeah.
no, thank you.
You can put Creeper in there. Just goes
I
up
bet
to him
you
and
there
blows
is
up.
something like that. Maybe.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
probably
know.
like, oh, maybe that's Steve's like ultimate combo.
or there's like
finisher.
a
He
assist
just summons
trophy or
a-
something.
Someone's a creeper, a bunch of creepers, they blow everyone up.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. Bane of my existence. Exactly. Anyways, right on.
Yep. So more things about Game Pass. EA Play is going to be joining the Game Pass November 10th.
Damn.
More
So,
games.
To a Luddite, explain
Yes.
this to me.
So basically, EA Play was like their version of Game Pass,
Yeah.
where you subscribe to EA Play and you could play a bunch of EA games,
like what?
all the Mass Effect games, the previous year's Madden, NHL, stuff like that.
Okay.
Battlefield.
Why would you want to play the previous year's Maddens when you've got this year's Madden?
Well, this is if you don't own them.
okay.
You're just getting in the EA Play and you're just playing their games.
But EA's whole point of you to buy another game next year is because we put another number on
That's
it.
true. But this way too, like, oh, I don't want to buy a Madden game. Well, maybe I'll buy EA Play.
Yeah.
They at least get $10 from you.
Okay.
So, I mean, I subscribe to EA Play for 1 month.
Yeah.
Because when you
Did you enjoy
subscribe to EA Play, you get 10% discount on any games that you buy from EA.
Oh,
And Mass Effect was
nice.
coming out, so I was like, the subscription is less than my discount would be, so I'm gonna do it. And then unfortunately that game sucked, but it's just an additional value added to Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Like,
just get it right now.
so
What are you even
stupid.
waiting for?
What's wrong with you?
Well-
Yeah, listeners, just get Game
Can
Pass.
you get Game Pass for your computer?
Yeah.
There's PC Game Pass with
It's
computer
not
games.
called Xbox Game Pass. It's called Microsoft Game Pass.
Yeah.
See, now, like, why would they go to all that trouble to diverge their gaming industry when it's the
Well,
same company?
Microsoft's thing right now is they don't care where you play their games. They just
I
want
know.
you to play their games.
I know. Okay, so Windows, back in 2009, I went to a thing where Windows was teaching me about their software. And remember when Windows 8 came out and it was all those little blocks and stuff
Yeah,
like that?
terrible. Garbage.
But the whole idea was they wanted it that you were playing on your Xbox.
Yeah.
And you had to leave the house with your mom. This is their example.
Yeah.
And so you just pick up your phone and you keep playing the game
Yeah.
where you left
Which
off.
they never did.
And then you get to your buddy's place and you log into your account on his Xbox and you keep playing the game there. It never ended up coming to fruition. They're slowly getting
This
there.
is what it is now.
This is what they want.
Because they have Project X Cloud with this Game Pass that lets you play games on your phone. And, I mean, they have the touch controls, or you can use a Bluetooth controller. It's all connected now. They just basically want you to play their games where they...
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
They
So
want a screen in
they
front of
will-
you 24/7.
They've said they want to get Game Pass on the Switch and the PS4 and everything, but obviously that's never going to happen. Like, Sony
Yeah.
will never,
Yeah.
ever do that.
No.
Nintendo, maybe. Like, right now, like, Minecraft on Switch, you log into your Xbox Live account and you can get achievements on the Switch
Oh, yeah.
for Minecraft. PS4, no, you can only get trophies.
Yeah.
But like Nintendo's kind of like,
Well,
knows?
Nintendo's like the weird
Yeah.
stepbrother guy. He's just like he's not in competing with the two brothers.
it's so true. And the other
They
thing
have a
too-
different market. They
Yeah,
want the,
yeah.
They want the children and they want the family.
Well, they don't want
Yeah.
the children. They want the Nintendo fans. So people that buy a Switch
Yeah.
aren't buying it to play Doom Eternal. They're buying it to
No.
play Animal
Mario,
Crossing, and then it'll be like,
Animal
oh, Doom
Crossing.
Eternal is available?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
They want more reasons for you to buy their console because it's multi-purpose. It's a
Yes.
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
yes. So, I could see it on there, but I don't ever see it being on PS4 or 5 or anything like that.
Yeah.
But
That's where Microsoft's going to make their money. It's not going to be on the consoles.
I wish
they're going
this-
to lose money.
I wish they'd just turn it on to Game Pass today, because now I got to wait till the launch of the Xbox One Series X to do the Game Pass, because it comes out on the same day.
Yeah, we got five new AAA games, maybe AAA. I don't know. I didn't look at the list. Coming in October, we're getting Doom Eternal.
That's already available.
Already available.
Already
on Game
available.
Pass?
Gee, it's like Microsoft bought Bethesda, and
Yeah,
now
it's
their
weird, eh?
games are coming out for free.
Dark Hollow's coming out.
Drake Hollow.
Drake Hollow.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
Out of all the games, that was the only one that caught my eye.
Brutal
Brutal
Legend.
Legend.
This is another one that Microsoft bought last year from Double Fine. They own these guys now, and that's
You-
the one with Jack Black.
If you want to talk about like how your Final Fantasy movie was like a video game turn, this looks like it was just like, okay, we got Jack Black, we got music. How do we just turn it into a game?
I have not played it except the demo, but it's supposed to be really good and
Yeah,
really
I've heard
funny.
it's really good.
So,
Forza.
Motorsport 7.
Okay, they just keep getting better and better at those cars.
It's
They
crazy.
look so real. Like, that looks like a picture of a real Porsche.
So you've missed out, I guess. Did you ever play when you had your 360 Forza Horizon?
Yes,
Man,
that
oh
was the
man,
last Forza I played.
the new one, like Forza Horizon 4. Oh my god, it's crazy. They're so good. Such a good game, good
Oh,
series.
sorry, actually, this looks good too.
I can
I can
fall.
fall.
I can fall. Yeah.
Yeah. Turn-based
Turn-based
RPG.
RPG.
Got a. It's something. Well, I mean, I'll try any game on Game Pass.
Absolutely.
Like seriously, like it costs me
you're-
nothing.
yeah.
But really read the tagline.
Cats everywhere. Exactly.
Sounds awesome.
I'm gonna check it out for sure.
Yeah, looks pretty cool. Looks pretty indie. Looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's a lot of what they're doing on Game Pass is just these little games. And I think it works well for these little developers because Microsoft probably comes to them and is like, well, you're going to sell 10,000 copies or we'll give you X amount of dollars that's worth like whatever. The deal's got to be something like
Oh, yeah.
it's worth
Yeah.
15,000 copies or whatever. You just get the money.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is like when it is on Game Pass, people can still buy it. If they buy it when it's on Game Pass before it leaves, they get a discount. So if you're like, oh, I really love this game,
Oh, but
I'll buy it right now.
Yeah.
And I save 20% or whatever it is, and then I
Yeah.
have it, you know? So it's like a nice advertising feature for them too. So
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
For sure.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Speaking of not an indie developer, Blizzard.
I'm not familiar.
Have you never heard of Blizzard? We're talking about World of Warcraft.
I pretend
that's
like I
small
don't
game.
know Blizzard anymore.
Yeah, that's
I
kind
mean,
of the way.
sorry, Activision.
Yes.
I
Activision
love
Blizzard?
Blizzard. I don't like Activision.
Yeah.
as of course, with all the games coming out during COVID time, the new expansion Shadowlands has been delayed.
Yeah, this has been delayed because a lot of people are complaining about the way the end game stuff is going to be in this game. You have these covenants, and you have to select a covenant. Is this playing audio here?
It might be.
You have to select a covenant, and each covenant has different skills, whatever. You can only choose one covenant. So people are rightfully so being like, people are going to be like, well, you're the wrong covenant. You can't come on the raid. You need this perk or you need this ability, and it's only with that covenant. So we don't want you. So people are upset by that. So
Sounds like guilds.
I mean,
you know?
It's just like
think like me. Think as I do.
Well, I get it. Like, think about it. Like whenever anyone's doing one of these MMOs, they want to just like, it's never about fun. It's always about optimum. We got to beat this raid. We got to do it. Let's go do it. You need that one perk to do it.
That's why I don't play this game.
No, I haven't played in a long. Well,
Yeah,
I did resubscribe a month or two ago just to. They've changed it so much that I just cannot get with it. Like everything is level scaled. I was doing the Wailing Caverns and it didn't matter like if you the helmet dropped, but it's like level dependent, so you get another one. It's the same helmet, but just a little bit better.
Yeah, they do that in Diablo now.
Ah, it's terrible.
You can find an ultra unique rare, but if you find it at a low level, it's garbage.
Yeah,
and then you got to find it again when you get to like level 90, and then you find it again.
It should
and
just
then
be like the way
stats
it
are
was.
better.
Like Wailing Caverns, you got your shell shield. I don't even remember what it's called. These are the stats.
Yep.
Yeah.
Level
This is
11,
the level.
Level 11 to level 20. And then you never go in there again.
Yeah, exactly.
But now I could level up. All I could play is Wailing Caverns to level 60, and the shell will just keep leveling up with me every time I get a new one.
Again, Activision. No.
I'm not into it.
Go away.
But that's...
Stop ruining my games.
This is three old guys complaining about this game because there's still lots of people playing it and they like it.
Tons.
They love it.
Sure.
Tons.
Sure, they don't know better.
So I subscribed for a month. I played it for 2 days and I was just like, no.
Yep, that was like me. I subscribed for a month. I played Classic for
Yeah,
2 days.
Classic
And I was
might
like,
be okay.
So nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
what a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
How difficult this is.
exactly. It's not even the difficult. It's just like,
It takes a while.
The grind.
Yeah, the grind.
The
It's
grind.
a good grind.
it's a good
Yeah,
grind, and
yeah.
I like it when I go back to like the Wailing Caverns, and it's just like I can one shot the whole dungeon. I could round up every enemy, run
When
back
you
to
needed
the
to feel
start.
good about yourself,
Exactly.
you
I'm
go,
gonna murder.
you go
everybody.
pwn some noobs.
Exactly. But it was just like, I don't know, man. You could do Ragefire Chasm, the lowest level dungeon in the game. You could level up to level 60 in Ragefire Chasm.
That's like Final Fantasy when you're running around and you're like the bad guys scale up based on the region you're in and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and then you go back to that region
Yes.
because you want to go like just like check up on some storyline something, and you run into
Just
like
destroy 'em.
and you just one hit wipe out the
So,
entire team. You're
There's
like,
a game on
yeah.
Xbox 360 that had like a great way to do this, Blue Dragon. It's again the one area their enemies are up to level 10. You come back when you're level 10. The enemies show up on the map when that one, so you run in and start the battle.
Right. Yeah.
If you're above a certain level, you run into them, they just die, and you get the EXP,
Oh.
and you get the.
Like when they will run away when you're too big and they get scared and they run away from you.
No, this is just you walk into them. It'll be like you win.
Yeah.
Here's some EXP. Here's some gold. The end. You
He's
don't
Yeah,
have to do anything.
the way to do it.
Yeah.
That's way better.
Yeah.
And then when you go to a regular zone, there's still regular battles.
Yeah. Nice.
I love
That's
that
cool.
game. That was a great
Yeah, with
RPG.
level scaling, you don't feel like you've done anything because
No.
you're just they're the same level.
And
as
I
me
get it.
now.
Like, okay, it's similar challenge everywhere, but it's just like, yeah, I don't want that.
Reminds me of remember NASCAR for I think
No.
it was for the original Xbox. It's a game called NASCAR.
Yes.
And you would grind and win all your races and buy all your upgraded parts. You go to the next zone, and all of a sudden the cars are all faster than you again. You're like, man, like I feel like I'm never getting anywhere.
Yeah.
They're always the NPCs are always faster and always better than me.
Yep.
What's the point?
yeah.
Why I spend all that time and all this souped up stuff? I want to beat them.
You
Like
don't-
hand over fist.
You don't feel like you're powerful.
No.
Like
Yeah.
you level all this up, you get all this epic gear, and then you go back to a low level area and everything still is hard.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
same thing in
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls Online. They were one of the first ones to do level scaling, and I remember going back into it. I was trying to go to these high level zones and just getting wrecked, and then I logged in again, and it's just like, well, now they're all the same level, so
Yeah.
I can
Jeez.
go to the end zone if I wanted to.
I loved searching out remember in Dragon Warrior, you'd find a chrome giant slime.
Yes.
And you're like, praying you can kill
Please
him
let
before
me
he
get a
runs
critical
away.
hit.
Before he runs away.
Please let me get a hit on this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Oh.
the original Destiny did level scaling pretty good. Because when you were in the zone at level, you were very vulnerable. But you go back to the zone, you're still not doing a whole ton of damage, just like a little bit of an increase, but you don't die at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People can still kill you, like the
Yeah.
monsters can still kill you, the fallen or whatever.
Yeah.
They still come in and kill you, but it takes a lot longer for them to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they did a really good job of level scaling in that game.
That's cool.
Not in the second one. Not in the second one, though. Anyways,
Yes.
what were we talking about? Oh,
We
the
were talking
delayed
about
World of
Warcraft.
Warcraft delayed.
Yeah.
So has there been an expansion delayed before?
I don't know.
I don't know if there ever has been.
I don't think so. Not that I can recall. But I
So-
mean, there's been so many expansions that have
Yeah.
coming
Has
out.
there ever been COVID before?
Well,
Well,
there's
I mean,
SARS,
there
but
was-
it
yeah,
wasn't
SARS
the
and
same.
MERS.
I guess that comment blew up in my face. But anyhow,
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
but there was no
it's-
lockdown with that stuff. So
it's a whole new world.
And I think, was it MERS? Only one person got it, and that was it.
yeah, something like that.
I don't even know MERS.
It came after SARS.
Really? Okay.
SARS COVID 2?
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. Speaking of Electric
Straight to
Boogaloo,
DVD.
Exactly.
Spider-Man remastered.
Okay, so I didn't understand this article when I was reading it.
So
Is this Spider-Man like the one I got with my PlayStation?
yes, no,
And
yes,
it's being remastered?
yes,
Being
for
remastered
PS5.
PS5.
That was only a year ago.
Yeah,
a year
but
and a half ago
that's
that it
what
came
they've
out.
done before with the same thing with The Last of Us. They did The Last of Us remastered on PS4 because it came out right at the end of PS3's lifespan, and they made it look good.
Now, keep going.
Yes, this is one thing people are raging about is that they got a new face for Spider-Man.
No, okay. I was reading that article, and they're like, went with this person because we think that they fit the mold better for what Peter Parker looks like. And I was like, no, you didn't. This guy looks just like Tom Holland.
Yes.
That's why
Oh,
you
yeah, for
cast
sure.
him. You cast him
So
because he looks like Tom Holland.
I didn't understand. I was just like, I was reading it, and I never played Spider-Man, so I didn't know. So they had the face actor was different than the voice actor.
And different from the guy who
Yeah.
did all the gymnastics and stuff like
so
that.
it's so messed up. Like I thought.
Hey,
Anyways,
it's probably cheaper to pay those three guys than it is to pay Tom Holland.
well,
Yeah,
yeah,
they got
okay,
the Tom
but it would have
Holland
been
look.
cheaper to pay one guy to do the voice and the face acting than two
But-
guys.
But
They
maybe he was a pretty boy, but doesn't sound very nice.
It's
Yeah.
just so weird. So
They did that a lot of times back in the day, where they would dub over someone's voice.
Oh, yeah,
of
for
the
sure.
actor.
No,
in TV shows. and
Yeah,
movies
I
and
know,
stuff.
I know for sure. But like in a game. Anyways, it was weird to me. A lot of people are complaining about this. Like they're very upsetty spaghetti with this.
Why? Why?
I think the reason why is they're saying like, oh, this guy's face matches the acting better of the actual guy we did for the motion capture, and it just his bone structure matches up better. Blah 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 blah. It's
Can we-
just like
can we
some bull crap.
Can we go back to that? There's some like that reflection on the glass though. That is pretty amazing.
Yes, if
Like,
it
that
looks
is-
like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're
if
seeing-
it's gonna look like that, like that's pretty awesome.
We're seeing
yeah.
Spider-Man stuck to the side of the building, and it's got the real-time reflection on it.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's any
Glass
different.
Shadows on his ankles and his inner thigh, and
Yeah,
And
all
that's
that.
that's all part of like the ray tracing technology. And stuff,
Yeah, so they
right?
say.
Yeah.
We'll see if it looks this good when it comes out.
Yeah.
I think
that
usually these are all
You know
bull
what, though?
shots.
You know what?
renders.
The original game looks amazing.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
So if they're remastering it, that's I could believe that it's gonna look that
The
good.
thing now is with all these consoles and stuff, it's getting to be diminishing returns. Like if you go back from NES to Super NES, it's like
Mhm.
whoa baby,
Yeah.
and then at Super NES to N64, it's like holy, and then N64 to GameCube, it's like oh okay, all right, I can see it, and then like. Well, Wii's a bad example because that was not much. But let's say like original Xbox to 360, it's like okay, all right, you can tell. And then, but now it's 360 to Xbox One. It's like yeah, it looks better, but like, is it that much better? And I'm thinking PS4 to PS5, Xbox One X to Series X. It's gonna be like yeah, okay, it looks good, but like, it's just diminishing
Absolutely.
returns. You
For
know?
those
They're still getting your $600.
yeah, that's true. They got me. They got me.
for those guys who are just there to play the game, they're not going to notice a difference.
No,
I mean, it's going to look this good, but they're going to be like, "Oh yeah, it looks good." And then it's just going to,
I just
wander off. Whereas us, we're going to be like, "Oh man, yeah, I can see." Oh. We're going to be.
We've
pointing
been
at all
around
the
so
things.
long
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Like I remember when I thought the graphics couldn't get any better when I saw Need for Speed on the PS1. It was like the graphics cannot get any better than this.
Need for Speed and
Gran
Gran
Turismo.
Oh my
Graphics
God.
cannot get any better than
These
this. It's
are
not
so
possible.
lifelike.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
I remember it, and
Yeah.
holy, you go back now, it's just like Microwave could do better graphics than this.
So if you bought the Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4 and you want to upgrade it to the next Spider-Man,
Too effing bad
yeah, you can't do it. You got to pay. You have to buy the Miles Morales edition,
to get it.
and then they'll give it to you, the upgraded
Yeah,
version.
Sony
I have
is-
to buy the new game,
Yeah.
and then my old game gets updated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I have a disc copy.
If you
So-
have the disc copy,
Yeah.
you could do it.
What? How so?
You just put it in the
You
PS4.
just put it in the
And it
PS4, and
updates?
it'll update it to the
Yeah.
PS5.
But they've been talking some bullcrap about digital distribution or something, and it won't work. Blah
Yeah.
blah blah. It's like, no, you just flip the switch and it'll work. Like seriously, come on.
I was terrible at that game.
I haven't played it because it was
was-
on PS4.
It was really hard.
If I find it for cheap, I'll try it out. But
Yeah,
anyways,
It'd be
I'd
fun
to
to
you.
try it out.
it's not that high on my list.
It's tough. The swinging from building to
I can
building to
believe
get
it.
around.
I can
was
believe
like,
it.
Man, my dexterity is not that good.
Bet you feels pretty good though once you nail it.
The fighting.
Yeah, that's the other thing I heard about that game is that a lot of the missions end up just being you fighting waves of enemies. You're just fighting waves and waves, and it just gets boring.
The intro fight, I died like 3 times.
Oh,
I had
baby.
to restart and do it 3 times. I was like, I'm bad at video games.
Hate when that happens. It's okay, though.
I was hoping for that curb segue to this.
Speaking
of bad video games.
Speaking of bad video games, there it is. I can't talk shit about it every time, can I?
But you do.
I do.
Overwatch.
What a
the
shit
Overwatch
game.
League. One of the teams in the league was giving away a free copies. Like
Yeah,
so
I
you
saw this.
for fans.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so Boston Uprising was like, hey, you guys are our fans. Here's a
Yeah.
free link. Get a free
Yeah.
copy of Overwatch.
Yeah.
I guess they
But-
had more fans
Oh yeah,
than they expected.
they got slammed,
Yeah.
absolutely slammed, and you couldn't get them. It's like, oh no.
Well, they had to shut it down.
Yeah,
Apparently, the Overwatch League wants to do this with a lot of the teams, and they're gonna have
Why don't they just give it free to everybody?
because it's
Because
like
it's-
when it's like when
it's EA.
It's EA?
Activision. No, it's Activision.
Activision? Yeah, but
when you give out free stuff when you go to like a fair. Or,
No, yeah, and
you
I
got
know.
a little bit of swag.
I
and
guess-
stuff like that. It's to get a little bit of people into people's hands. So
Yeah.
that other people want to buy it as well.
I just think this game should be free to play, I think is what I meant to say. You shouldn't have to
I see
buy
what you're
this
saying.
game.
Yeah,
It should be free.
You know what's free to play?
League of Legends, yes, I know.
And the toxicity in League of Legends is unrivaled.
It's pretty high in Overwatch, too.
Oh yeah, it is pretty high in Overwatch.
And that's
Yeah.
with a pay-to-win
Yeah, I
game.
know,
I mean,
yeah.
pay-to-buy game.
you buy it, and there's still extremely toxic people in there.
Yep.
Well, you know what? Blizzard sold me because I bought this game and I've yet to play it.
Oh my
I played it for like a
God.
couple
Yeah.
hours with you that one day.
I'm never playing. I have played this game, but I'm not going to play it till it's free to play.
I'm like, Blizzard made it. I want it.
Oh,
And
shit.
now I'm like, I got some PTSD on that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it is not. It's not beginner friendly.
Yeah.
Like you gotta
I
get it.
mean,
You gotta know what you're doing.
And all these people that watch like the matches, they like the game and they've played the game, but like trying to watch Overwatch games when you don't know it, it's just
Oh yeah, you can't.
terrible.
You have to know what's going
It's sensory overload. But actually, you know, I enjoyed watching Mikey play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I
I didn't.
really
I didn't
enjoyed
enjoy watching playing the game, but it was enjoyable watching him play it. Not because it was that game, but he
Yeah,
could have
if
been
it was-
playing
if
like
it was a stranger, I probably
No,
would watch
exactly.
them play it
no,
for sure.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I guess so. But you know, it's fun to watch someone who's good at the game play it.
yeah. So why did we watch him?
on. Believe it or not, I'm actually good at that.
Oh, what? that's good gameplay. Oh shit. Okay. All right. I didn't know.
It's almost like a bullet hell, though. You know,
Yeah, I guess so.
like-
It is hell. That's
There
for
is,
sure.
that game. There's a lot you got to be paying attention to. You got to like know all the heroes' abilities. You got to know when their ultimates are up. You got to know when people.
All
are
I
pushing.
know
feel
is
like
when I'd
It's
watch it,
so
it'd be
much
like,
stuff.
oh, the guy with the guns killed everybody again.
I feel
the
like
2 6-shooters.
I feel like if you didn't have ADD after playing that game, you probably would have ADD.
Yeah, maybe.
Because everything else would be just moving so slow.
Yes,
You're like, I
that's
can't
true.
focus on this.
That's true.
If you watched it and learnt it as you did League of Legends, then
Yeah.
you would know
Yeah, fair
because it's almost the same kind of thing.
Jungle mid. Let's go.
Yep.
enough. Jungle mid.
All jungle.
That was close.
Is that close to right?
Solo mid.
You can always jungle mid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That was great.
thank you.
I'll refrain from trying to say things about Minecraft. I'll probably sound the same.
That's okay.
Remember when I was like, does he have a pickaxe?
Yes. That's true.
And speaking of crafting, Microsoft Flight Simulator VR beta
Oh my lord.
That was a terrible segue.
Yeah.
I was
agree.
thinking about the Microsoft crafting all the Japan.
Oh,
You'll get
yeah.
better.
Yeah, I know. all of our segues are terrible.
Speaking of Microsoft games.
Wait, we weren't speaking of Microsoft.
No.
No, I guess we were at Minecraft.
Minecraft,
Yeah.
But the VR beta is coming for Flight Simulator, and that's going to be pretty crazy.
You know, I don't have a computer that will run this, but I'm sure would like
You will.
try it. Really?
You will.
Dude,
Really?
I
Oh,
tried
yeah.
to play this game. I can't even get off the ground.
I thought
And this
it
is
was-
like easy mode.
I thought I watched Linus Tech Tips, and they were like, yeah, if you don't have like a 20,000,
No, get out of town.
playing this thing.
I got it going on a 1060, no problem. Loading
nice.
times are a little slow, but
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
it's cool.
even on the easiest difficulty, you still have to like, it's like flying a real friggin' plane. It's like you got to
Apparently,
throttle
I-
up and
I
you got to
hear
like,
it's-
oh my
it's,
God.
like, it's gonna be on par.
You got to
for, like,
call her
training.
the dinner cart
Yeah.
over to the thing to load the dinner onto the plane and shit. It's crazy.
Is there a Mile High Club?
Oh,
Maybe I'll play this game.
VR Mile High
Yeah.
Club.
Oh, yeah. So what you do, you drop your $10 on Microsoft Game Pass,
Yes.
and it's on there, and then you just start playing it.
I should be
Exactly.
signing up. Get it right now.
Yep,
So
exactly.
yeah, in VR, it's going to be pretty amazing, I think. Like, just getting up there and
Absolutely.
seeing the sights in VR, I'm like, oh, yeah,
Like,
I'm in.
and it's real time. Like you can fly over Kamloops and see this,
Yeah,
right? You
with
can fly over
weather effects
Vancouver.
going.
Yeah,
With,
That's
like,
so
the
cool.
accurate weather as to what's going on.
It's AI built terrain like buildings, so if you flew over to your building, it wouldn't look the same as
Ah.
it would. But
it's
this,
close.
where they are, like the streets are like the same. It's based off of the
Google Maps
sat
or
well
something, right?
Yeah.
Bing
Like
Maps, Bing
yeah,
Maps,
Bing Maps. Yeah.
and it can see the streets with the roofs and everything like that. So it generates what it thinks like the building would look based off the roof.
Let's
So-
be honest. All those maps are probably coming from one satellite's camera,
Yeah,
and they're
basically.
buying them and making it their proprietary maps.
Basically.
So right now, Buckingham Palace looks like an office building.
Yeah.
yes,
'Cause that's what
Kate,
it's
you showed me
extrapolated,
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite funny.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
I'm
would
really
be
excited
interesting.
about this next game coming up.
Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
Cyberpunk
It's been on my list.
2077.
I don't like get excited about games long in advance because I'm just like, no, I just don't have the interest to keep it going. This has been on my list for like a year and a half.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So CD Projekt Red came out early on and said, we're never doing crunch time. It's not going to happen. Everyone's going to have 5 days and then they're going to be off and it's going to be fine. No overtime, no crunch time, no fine. And now they're like, crunch time.
Yeah.
We're going to do crunch time. We got to go.
So I give them props for that.
Yeah.
They're like, we're
They
not
tried.
gonna put our programmers through what the industry has a bad rap for.
Yeah.
And they're a little bit behind schedule probably because of the world events.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And so now they want to get it out and they want to put it out. So they're asking they're telling their employees they need to do this,
Mhm.
but they're going to be compensated for
Oh,
it.
yeah, for sure.
That's a huge difference.
Oh, yeah.
Actual overtime.
Actual overtime pay.
Clocking out.
Yes.
Not just regular
Yeah.
pay on overtime. And
or
so
free pizza.
Yeah, or free pizza. So it's gonna be
Yeah.
gonna be 6
Like,
days
we're
a
having a
week
pizza party.
mandatory, and then but with paid overtime. So.
And it's only a short.
Yeah.
It's a short period.
Well, it comes out in November 12th or 15th
so
or 18th.
they're only
or
looking at
something
like a 6 week schedule or
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's been going on for like the last year or
Mhm.
18 months or
and
something like
I
that.
think they said they're doing 10% of the profits is going to be split up amongst all the employees or something like that,
Yeah.
10 or 20%.
See that's
But it's easy to hide profit though. So
Oh, yeah.
that's what the movie
don't-
industry does all the time.
yeah, but
I don't
like,
think
let's-
they'll do it though. I think they'll like
If the
actively do it.
employees get a check for $23, they're gonna be mad.
Yes.
If they get a profit check for maybe even $1,000, they'll probably be like, "Hey, sweet."
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
these
They get a
entertainment
check for
industries.
$5,000.
They have it easily set up so they can say, "Well, we never actually turned a profit." Like
Of course,
it's
of course.
notorious stories from Hollywood people who say they like never got paid for Star Wars because it hasn't turned a profit yet, based off of whatever metrics they've used.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucas Industries.
Like,
is
oh, we
worth
spent
billions of
like
dollars.
$5 million on the food carts, so that's not
Yeah.
actually that goes off. That's
Yeah,
not profit.
exactly.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
These CD Projekt Red seems to be okay about
Yeah,
the way they do.
I mean,
stuff,
if they're
so.
announcing this, that there's like, okay, this is what we're doing. They're being very transparent.
Yeah.
This is an opportunity for them to set a precedent.
Oh yeah, for
to-
sure.
To really be the benchmark that everyone else.
The other
measures
thing
them
too,
to.
though, now is like who knows how many like contractors they have working for them that aren't actually employees. You know, like because they wouldn't be part of an overtime thing.
unless they're authorizing it.
Well, yeah,
But they can't force that to be mandatory.
No.
So I would imagine they don't fall into this.
But who knows? I mean, it sounds good, but who knows how it actually is?
You know, and if you're working for a company and you're enjoying yourself, like
Yeah,
sometimes you
but-
don't mind putting a little extra time
yeah.
because you're feeling
6
proud of
weeks
this
of overtime.
project.
I
Yeah.
don't
So you know what that is?
know.
That's 6 extra days of work. It's only 6 days.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But
It's
I like
only
my
6 days.
I like my 6 extra days of work off too.
Yeah, but this summer I had a project that I go and I worked at it for 3 weekends. And I was working 12-hour days those weekends, and I really enjoyed it, and I felt good and proud about that. You know, I had no problem
Fair
putting that
enough.
extra time in, right?
Fair enough.
So, you know, if
If it's something you enjoy, for
I
sure.
guess so.
if they're happy, then
I
this
guess
won't be
so.
a problem.
I guess
But
so.
those that aren't happy right now with that company, they're probably not going to be that much longer.
Well, I mean, that's the other thing too. Usually these companies all gear up to make a game, and then as soon as it's out, they're like, okay, bye. We don't need you anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know how CJ Project Red does it. It might be a little different because they're like in the Ukraine or something like that, or
Yes, they are Norwegian of some sort.
I don't think it's Norway, but they're somewhere in Europe, and
Yeah.
it might be a little different there for how they do stuff.
Oh, yeah,
But
for sure. For sure.
anyways, I'm excited. I am excited. I
Are
wish
you
it
guys gonna
came.
get it?
I am. I wish it came out on November 10th, but it doesn't.
Why? What day does it come out?
Like the 16th or 18th or something.
What's the difference?
Well, the
for you?
Xbox One X Series X comes out on the 10th.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So you want to play them both together?
Yeah. For sure do.
I do not have time to play this game, so I will not be buying it
At
I mean,
all?
at all.
Oh.
I played The Witcher, and that was by these guys, and that game was dope. So I'm ready. And it's got Keanu. Good guy Keanu's in
Good
it.
guy Keanu was in it. Yeah. If I had the time to play it, I would be buying it for sure, but I do
And you can
not
choose
have
your
the time.
genitals. So that's pretty cool.
Choose me your genitals. Your genitals.
Every time I watch a commercial for this game, I'm like, I need it. I need it right now.
Exactly. Definitely true. And some bad news.
Some bad news. The final nail is in the coffin. Adobe is shutting down Flash Player this year.
That's so crazy.
I know.
Well, it's because HTML5 exists.
Yeah.
So there's no need to
So-
keep updating.
Come December, Flash Player is dead.
And no more.
No more Flash Player, no more updates.
And no more.
Farmville.
Oh,
Facebook's
my God.
Farmville
Did you guys play
is
Farmville?
gone. I played Farmville.
I played
like
Farmville.
crazy.
I never played it. I
I
played
played
it
it-
vicariously through everyone's Facebook wall, so I didn't need to play it.
I played it in the back room at Bell. We had 4 computers.
Oh, yeah?
And, yeah, we
You
all
were
played
you
it.
were multi-boxing?
Well, you know, sometimes you had to do some training and you can just do some, you know,
Farming?
farming. And
My mom played it.
I'm sure everyone's mom played it.
Yeah.
My stepmom still plays it.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
like,
still?
are they
Wow.
switching it to HTML5 or is it just like, nah?
No, Farmville 2 is out now.
Oh, is
it's
it?
moving to mobile.
Oh,
You're gonna
shit.
get it on your devices now. Instead of through so you're gonna see it on Apple and Android.
So,
And it's,
who made
Farmville
this game?
3.
Zynga.
oh, yeah, Zynga.
Zynga. Yeah.
I remember when they went as an IPO and all these people were talking about, like, I'm going to buy Zynga stock and I'm going to be a millionaire and blah, blah, blah. And then did they, like, what do they
became
do?
of it?
Well, yeah,
Yeah, I
like,
don't
what do
know.
they do?
I
Those
have
people
no idea.
lost all their money, I think. Like,
Really?
Zynga stock can't be worth anything, can it? I would think not. I don't even know another game these guys play.
$9.
Yeah, but what so
did it start
Zynga's
at?
stock is at 932. Just do Zynga initial offering. And we can see what it was offered at. Like $20?
Well, but it also depends on the timeline of how long it took to decline. If it dropped right away,
It-
or if it
I don't
dropped
think it
over
did,
10 years.
But it didn't go up, I don't think.
It's undervalued at $9. Buy
Hot buy.
Yeah.
It's not undervalued.
Do not take
Yes.
trading stock options from
Just
us.
buy-
Just
buy
no
Tesla.
advice from us.
Just
No
buy
advice.
some Tesla, TSLA. You're good to go.
Tesla. Oh man.
Exactly. I don't know. I don't know anything else about Zynga or Farmville.
Yeah.
So,
But Flash, gone.
what was the last one to get shit canned like that?
I don't know.
Wasn't there
All
something
those
else?
Flash games.
Yeah, all the
Like,
Flash
there was
games,
this-
like
there's-
Homestar Runner, all that kind
Oh,
of
shit.
stuff.
There was this great
Burning
game
8.
that when Bush was president, it was him running a hot dog cart, and it was awesome. I used to love playing that game, and it's gonna go bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
they
it's
are
not
getting
listed
archived. There's
Yeah.
a lot of archive
Yeah.
on
But-
archive.org and
But
stuff like that.
there's gonna be vulnerabilities now that's not getting updated, so that's the worry.
Yeah.
The worrisome
Yeah.
thing.
Speaking of vulnerabilities,
Yes.
EA is under fire for promoting FIFA loot boxes in toy catalogs
How was
aimed
that what
at
it was?
children.
I was talking about this on stream one day, and it was like they were talking about how it was in a magazine. And it was like a kid's magazine. Like, what are we talking about? Chickadee here? Like, what magazine are we talking about?
Yeah, toy catalogs.
It's toy catalogs.
It's just like,
What
hey.
were the magazines when you were a kid that you used to
Chickadee and Owl.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Owl.
Look at? You know,
I remember
you know
those.
magazines I looked at as a kid. The Sears toy catalog.
Okay.
That was the magazines
Fair
I
enough,
looked for.
fair
So
enough.
they're advertising to children in these catalogs, like, backhandedly for FIFA loot boxes.
It's not a loop. It's a surprise
EA
mechanic.
is the evil empire.
Yes,
They
it's
are
true.
the evil empire.
evil
It's
empire.
absolutely
Evil
ridiculous.
empire.
I mean, I don't see what the actual ad looked like, so I don't know. I
Doesn't
can't
matter.
really-
Loot boxes need to go away.
No,
They
I
need to
agree,
cease to
but
exist.
I
They need
agree.
to- They
but-
need to have never been created in the first place.
I mean, if you can get them for free, I don't mind it.
Fair enough. Okay.
And if you
Sure.
can spend money to buy more, like whatever, that doesn't bother me. But if you can get them in the game without doing anything, I'm fine with it.
I don't like it. It's ruined gaming. It's ruined mobile gaming. It's ruined.
Well, I mean, mobile gaming. I don't know. I'm not a mobile player, so
I used
whatever.
to enjoy playing the odd mobile game when I bought it for $1.99, and that was the last thing I ever had to pay for it.
for sure.
But now it's like get it for free, and then buy this to speed up your game.
Yeah,
buy this to enhance this, but pay to win. And I'm like, nope, don't like this
Yeah.
game anymore. This
I
is-
mean, like in Apex, you can get everything for free in that game, and then if you want, you can buy more little loot bots or whatever the hell they are.
I love cosmetics to pay, and
Yeah.
everything else is free.
Oh, yeah.
That's a fantastic way
Oh, yeah.
to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, so here's one of the advertisements right here.
Create your ultimate team. Customize your club on and off the pitch. I don't see anything about a.
Starting player has a thing. Use FIFA points to open packs.
There you go. FIFA
Step
points.
Build your dream squad.
Yeah, FIFA
What-
points are free.
What was that meme? Step 1 something.
Yeah,
Step 2.
3 profit.
Step 3 profit.
Yeah.
That's EA
Are
has done the
FIFA
same
points
thing.
free, though?
I think so. You can get them free. I'm
No,
pretty
that
sure.
that was you got to buy.
No, I think you can buy more FIFA points,
Yeah.
but I think you just get them through playing the game. So
I don't know. I don't know
whatever.
how it
I think
works.
it is. Yeah, they shouldn't advertise them to kids, but
Definitely not.
if you can earn them in game and you can buy more, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I shouldn't say never, but I would not buy them. I have bought some in the past just to try it out.
Just to see what it's like.
Well, just buy one and be like, yeah, that was a waste of money.
Yeah.
Like, I won't do that again.
It's because you didn't get Pele.
I would never buy. I would not. No, I would never.
There's
that.
a game called
Mhm.
Soccer Team Manager or something that you
Oh,
can
yeah.
play on Android,
Oh, yeah.
and it's amazing.
Yeah.
And I actually ended up downloading all of them. I did the baseball, I did the
Yeah.
soccer, I did the car racing. It was fun. It was so
It's one of the
much fun.
highest most bought games on Steam is FIFA Pro Team Soccer Manager, whatever.
Really.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, not FIFA, but yes.
it's not FIFA.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not FIFA, but it's amazing. And there is a pay to win aspect, but you can do really well without paying any money into the
Mhm.
game, which I think is awesome. And you can buy more characters and all that kind of stuff, but who cares?
Yep.
It's tons of fun.
Exactly. So some people like that in FIFA, and then they want to buy more FIFA men.
Yeah, but
More
but in
FIFA men.
But in
Give me the
FIFA,
FIFA
when
men.
you buy those men, you win more. And it's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
it's
There's
not
there's
as fun.
definitely a pay to win aspect.
Yeah.
But that's in
there.
that mode.
Yeah, you
It's
don't-
not
you
in
don't have to pay that
regular mode.
Yeah.
You definitely
You don't have to pay that mode. So
But still.
I mean, people love that mode.
kids are dumb.
Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. If it didn't make money and people weren't doing it, they wouldn't do it. So
Yeah.
people want it. They don't know that they shouldn't want it, but they do.
Speaking of something that people don't want,
Workplace misconduct.
workplace misconduct. 25% of Ubisoft employees have experienced or witnessed workplace misconduct.
What's considered workplace misconduct?
No.
Like, is that like
What do you
s-
mean? What's considered
like-
workplace-
like
What do they consider
Obvious-
workplace
there's the-
Turbo
misconduct?
fuck tunnel.
there's obvious things, but then there's like other things, like maybe things I don't know, like
Workplace misconduct is anything where you are infringing on someone else.
yes, yeah,
So harassment and
Yeah.
maybe taking or leveraging your position over them.
sure.
Um,
Or is it me talking on the phone to somebody and I say fuck and you overhear it?
That could also be. In
well,
July,
let's
multiple.
not be a snowflake here.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like it's like all these stories. I like to just not take them at face value of exactly what it says to me. I'd like to think a little critically about it.
They fired their entire upper
Yeah.
management.
Yeah, in
I
No,
think
I
there was
get it.
something seriously
I'm not
wrong.
saying there wasn't anything wrong. I'm
So,
just saying.
I've seen some serious things go down in some major corporations
Yes.
where they're like, "Hey, we have to do like a harassment policy."
Yes.
And the upper management didn't get fired. So something was wrong.
Yes.
So
No, I
14
get it. I get it.
They had a survey, 14,000 anonymous responses. They found that 25% of Ubisoft employees have either experienced or witnessed some form of workplace misconduct, which means women report experiencing, witnessing, or hearing discriminating, harassment, inappropriate behavior, all that kind of stuff.
So I can math. That's 3,500 people.
Yes.
And there's not necessarily more than, they could have more than one instance.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I get it for sure.
How many people?
Just like
how many employees?
Obviously, there's a problem there, but I just mean like workplace misconduct is like a phrase. Could mean
it's
like,
a pretty broad blanket.
I did cocaine in the bathroom.
That could be misconduct, or
Exactly,
showing up
that's
hungover.
100% misconduct.
I know, but that's the thing. Like,
Sorry,
what kind of misconduct we're talking about? I know it's bad in Ubisoft, so obviously.
But you don't want that in your workplace.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like,
misconduct's misconduct.
I know, but like,
If you had someone at work who
If
was
I
dropping the F-bomb all the time
I mean, that's me.
in front of customers,
When I tell them to get the fuck out of the store, yeah.
well, there's a time and place, and that's a little.
Yeah.
That's a.
Yeah, but if I tell that to a customer and then someone that doesn't like to hear that word that works there,
That's workplace
that's misconduct.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
Walking a fine line.
yeah, your words that you're using,
Yeah.
that would be worthwhile pulling you into the office and saying we need to talk about your tone, your language,
Who's going to pull me into my office?
HR.
You don't know about my company
I
here.
know. I know. When I'm trying to use.
No, I know, I get it. Yeah,
in this
for
type
sure.
of a company.
Yeah, exactly. No, I get it for sure.
Yeah.
It's just there's been other times where we've talked about articles and it says like, oh, Sony said 99% of the games will play on the PS5, but then when you actually read the article, it's like, well, 99% of the games we've tested play on the PS5. So it's like, well, what's the story behind the story?
And then like also workplace misconduct might be like someone who's coming in and like stealing the lunch food all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's still
Yes.
I would hate for someone to be
stealing
stealing
all
my
the
lunch.
creamers.
I'd be like, look, John,
Yes.
we need to have a conversation. You touch my lunch one more time.
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
And I'm gonna have a workplace misconduct.
Yes. Exactly. So yeah, no, obviously any workplace misconduct is bad, but it was just the story behind the article headline.
The words in the article
Yes.
are inflammatory.
Yes.
They are clickbait.
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly.
I agree with you on
that's
that.
That's what I was going for, basically.
Is that the most clickbait article of the
No, I wouldn't say so. I don't think so. I don't think any of them really are that clickbaity. Like this one is 25% experience or witness workplace misconduct. Yes, it's true.
It is true, yeah.
It's not like they
But
said
that's a large
25% of Ubisoft employees have experienced sexual harassment and like violence
Yes,
and
there you
in the
go.
workplace. Then maybe yes.
That'd be a little
Yeah.
bit clickbait.
Yeah.
This I can agree with.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just like the story behind it, though.
It could even be like, damn it, you're late every day.
Yes,
Like, just how they
exactly.
talk to you, like, just
Or
like,
that you're late every day.
yeah, or man, you're a shitty typer.
Yes. Like there's lots of things. Like it could be not as bad as we think. It is bad with
Yeah.
Ubisoft,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
obviously, but yeah. Now let's skip this story. Let's skip this next
Are you
story.
sure you want to
Yeah,
skip it?
this isn't even relevant anymore. Haven't you heard of
No, but
Among
we
Us?
have to
Yeah.
talk about it. We have to talk about it because it's Curb's
Fall
favorite
Guys.
thing to talk about.
Fall Guys.
Fall
Why-
Guys
why?
Season 2, October 8th. It's coming.
Season 2 of Fall Guys. Who cares? Does anyone care anymore?
I don't know.
I never got to
anyone
play
cares.
it, so I actually
Skip
kind
it.
of want to give it a try.
No, don't do it. I keep looking at the Steam charts just to see. It goes down and down every week.
Yeah.
Week over week since it came out, it's down every
So
week.
it doesn't have real replayability.
It's like a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
They needed to capitalize on it when it came out. They needed to add more game modes, add all this stuff, but they didn't.
Maybe put it on
was too slow.
Xbox.
Maybe that's coming.
Yeah.
That's
Is
gonna-
it on PlayStation? Or
Yes.
anything? It's on
It was
PlayStation
free on
and PC.
PlayStation Plus the day it came out.
Oh man, I missed the boat. I could have played it on my PlayStation. I
Yeah.
thought it was only on PC.
PC and PS4 and
Yeah.
Switch. No,
Let me
Is it
tell
on
you.
No,
Switch?
just PC
Just
and
PC.
PS4.
Yeah.
There's a lot of games that have gone by in the last little while. I'm like, man.
Dude, if you're gonna
Can't
miss
wait
one,
for
you
a
can
new-
miss Fall Guys.
Well, yeah. I'm playing Among Us, the other
Yeah.
Jelly Bean game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This, I mean, Fall Guys has just dropped off like crazy. I don't see any of these guys that were playing it. Like, it was just like a meme. It was stupid, and it just.
Eh.
I mean,
Flash
it'd
in
probably
the
be
pans.
fun to play for a few rounds. And that would be it.
Those flash in the pans one-hit wonders, they
I-
exist. Look at
Yeah.
just whip it, the song.
Yes.
You know?
What are you talking about? Devo,
I
Secret Agent Man?
barely had any fun playing the game. For
It
the
didn't
one
look-
couple rounds.
You didn't have any fun.
And then you
It
could
was
steal their
barely
butt
fun.
plug. Is that not a part of the game
you
too?
Steal the butt plug.
So you guys need to watch. Yeah, I don't remember that meme I put
Yeah.
showed you of.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you guys need to check out that YouTuber Rav that I showed you, the League of Legends.
Oh yeah.
He plays Fall Guys for one episode and records it, and he's got the funniest things to say because he's like, "What if you're the most toxic player on Fall Guys?" And he's just his whole time he's just trying to prevent other people from completing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
It
that's
is-
a big thing that a lot of people do.
It's funny.
They'll just stand at the end and like push you off.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah. So season 2, October 8th. Too late.
Yeah.
It's well, it'll see a spike.
Yeah, it'll spike a little bit, but
Yeah,
then
this is season 2, not game number
Season
2.
two.
Season
Yeah.
Yeah, a
should
battle pass in a paid to a game you have to buy that you have to buy a battle pass in. No, no, this is worse than loot boxes.
Yeah.
So moving on.
Yes, that's enough Fall Guys
Yep. Take-Two has been sued
for using tattoos.
for using tattoos in WWE 2K.
What tattoo?
A tattoo? They're one of the artists of the tattoo is suing
Oh, okay.
because of one of the
Yep.
wrestlers.
That's fine.
Can't remember what the heck his name is.
Yep,
So-
that's fine. The artist owns the art. That's the way it goes.
Well, you know, when you tattooed onto someone else and they're paying you for that
Yeah.
service,
They're-
they own the art.
No, they're paying you to do the art on them. If you design it, if I came in and was like, put the Rockstar logo on me, then yeah, you don't own the art.
Yeah.
But if they were like, I want a dragon, and you design a dragon, and you make the dragon and put it on them, you own that art.
That's an interesting point of view.
Yes.
It's an interesting point of view.
So I can see it for sure.
Now, here's the thing that I had a little bit of question about is that these guys are developing a video game.
Yep.
And they're trying to put like life characters in there.
Yeah.
How do they know?
They don't know, but they can remove it.
Sure, they
sure
can
can.
remove it. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think that this. I think that this going to court is.
It'll probably
is
get tossed.
fanfare service
Oh,
for
Yeah.
the
it's
tattoo
getting
artist.
tossed for sure.
This is
Or
fanfare.
they'll pay them $1,000 and whatever.
Precedent has already been set from 2016 when NBA game was sued for that same thing, but the judge was like, "No, it's fair use."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not the different thing too is like, okay, maybe Take-Two if they're selling that tattoo in the game.
As a if
As
you're
a-
selling
yeah.
for
Yeah, that's a little
$249,
different than just because it's on.
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
different.
that's a huge.
If it's just
change,
someone's
yeah.
on someone's arm, no, that's They
I
don't
think
have
the
a case.
tattoo artist is just trying to get like their name out there.
Well, that too.
Could be.
But
Be
I mean,
famous, right? This is how
Yeah.
they're going to get their fill up their schedule for the next 2-3 years.
they'd have to imply that that people are buying this game because of that tattoo, and no one
Yeah.
will believe that.
No,
So
Or they'd have to show that 2K is profiting more money
Yeah.
because of the art of that tattoo.
yeah, not a chance.
Yeah.
there's no
So-
way they can see that.
They'll just toss that out for sure.
This one is interesting.
So this,
Yeah, we're gonna move on.
I have
little
a
bit of
personal-
street
Talk
talk.
about trying to get your
Any
name out
sports.
in the news.
I have a personal interest in this story.
Yeah, I forgot to watch the video.
I didn't really watch the video either. I just read about it, and there's a guy that's been trolling. Well, the police are investigating a shooting that was at Boogie 2988's house, and there's this guy that's been trolling him and sort of stalking him
Yeah.
almost. And there's been like it's a whole thing. Well, Boogie's might be unstable sometimes too, but a guy showed up at his house and Boogie pointed a gun at him and told him to get off his property, and then he fired the gun into the air.
Well, prior
Like a
to that,
warning
Boogie
shot.
told him not to come to his house.
Yeah.
Of course.
There was prior communication
Oh, yeah,
before
for
he
sure.
stuck the gun in his face.
Exactly. Well, and it wasn't even really in his face. The guy was probably like 20 feet away from the
There's
video.
a picture of him showing up the gun pointing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's
sorry.
like
You
from
got
a
the
distance.
ring
yeah.
doorbell or whatever
It's
it
a
is, the
gun.
security camera.
If I'm 20 feet away, it's still in your face.
Yes.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But when you say in your face, I think it's like
fair,
pressing
yeah,
into your
yeah,
cheek.
Yeah,
you know?
gotcha. Yeah.
Boogie's an interesting fellow for sure.
Well, okay, so I follow YouTubers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like Boogie has dropped off the last couple.
Oh
of years.
yeah,
he
for
definitely
sure.
has.
Everything he's been doing has been trying to re-sensationalize himself, and it's
Mhm.
been backfiring and blowing up
Oh,
his
yeah.
face.
Well, he says a lot of things, like very controversial things that
Yeah.
are like offensive and stuff like that. He like there's I mean, you could if you read about him online, there's all sorts of things like he has memberships on like the sugar daddy websites where he's looking for like little sugar girls, and
Well, 'cause
He ran
he's
a
now
whole-
divorced, right?
Yeah.
He had that
Yeah.
marriage to
Yeah.
that girl, and then now they're
he originally ran this crazy porn website where he would review porns back in the day before he became a YouTuber, and just weird stuff like that. I mean,
But in the latter years, he's these controversial things. It seems to be like trying to re-spike
Yes.
him up to being. He's doing his old tricks.
yes.
Yeah.
To
Francis.
try and get back in. Yeah, and it's not working.
No.
And I feel reading this article, he was maybe into doing that with this YouTube stalker guy,
Mhm.
and then he changed his mind, and the YouTube stalker guy was like, "Too bad it's happening anyway."
Yeah. It's a weird situation.
Yeah.
And it was crazy just thinking that this guy, Boogie2988, like rated me once on Twitch. So it was like,
Oh, he did?
yeah, he did.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, it was very weird.
Why?
Well, when I was...
How many people did he bring?
So he
large
doesn't
following?
do... No, not really. Not on Twitch. He gets maybe like 500 people watching him.
Okay,
So when he rated me, it was like 300.
Yeah, okay.
But it was
Still,
just
that's cool.
like... It was crazy when it happened. And it's crazy to think that this guy that rated me, and I think still follows me actually on Twitch because he followed me first,
Oh, cool.
was involved in this thing here. When he rated me, it was like a just chatting stream basically where I was drinking. So I was drunk at the time.
Extremely.
And
I remember hearing about some things where people would make you do all these shots and stuff.
yes, that was this guy over
Yeah.
here. But it was like
one shot for one sub.
Yeah, I saw the follow and it said Boogie2988 followed me, and I was just like, I recognize that name. Why do I recognize that name? And then it was like he rated me with like 300 people afterwards.
Yeah.
And then he didn't say anything. He just rated, and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
But then all his little chat boys were asking me these stupid, like, what do you think about Boogie's tax evasion? And I'm just drunk, and I'm just like, I don't know. Like, so it was crazy that,
Wow.
not that I really have a personal connection with this, but it was
But
just
yeah,
like
you've had a
interacted with him in
you had
a
an
sort of
encounter
way,
with
you
a
know?
with a star.
Exactly. So it was interesting.
Get on that
anyways.
Sugar Babies website and
Maybe he'll
Yeah,
maybe
like,
he'll
hey.
buy ya.
Oh,
Boogie.
I see. I thought you meant like
You
I'd
could
be
be a
the
sugar
sugar
baby.
daddy.
No,
no, you be the sugar baby.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Sell
okay.
your sugar.
I don't think so. He would crush you.
There's actually a really good YouTuber who did like an hour-long documentary on Boogie2988.
Oh yeah,
And I watched it and I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
interesting fellow.
What about this one?
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
37 CSGO coaches have been banned for abusing a spectator bug. And so it allows you to get into places that you can't get, but when you get in there, you can see parts of the map that you normally wouldn't be able to see.
Yeah, so you can see the other team's like positioning and stuff, and relay that to your players. The most surprising thing I saw about this was that there's people that their job is Counter-Strike Go coach. That's crazy to me.
Well, almost all of the pro teams have coaches. So, like, doesn't matter what.
What do
They're
you
in
say to
every
them?
game.
What do you say to them?
recognize Dignitas and who else was Dignitas and someone else recognizable teams from League of Legends, also have a team in CSGO that were part of the crew that got busted.
But like, what do you say? Like, next time do a headshot?
Oh, it's just analyzing your play. Like, you got to be thinking about.
Why don't
this
you
stuff.
shoot
You
better
gotta
next
be-
time?
Well, it's like you always check around the corner with your face, or you when you encounter someone, you're throwing your grenades too soon, or something like that, or you aren't reloading when you're on your downtime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of little things that you're thinking about that help you speeding up. Your
Is
game.
it during the match or is it after?
No,
the
it's
match?
after.
So it's not like I'm playing and buddy's like reload.
No,
it's after.
I don't think
you
they're.
can do that.
I don't think they're allowed to do that.
So how is this cheating then? If you can't even relay the information in the match?
Because, hey, dude, these guys always start above this building here.
Yeah,
Check-
but
check
couldn't
the
you
roof,
just
check the
see
roof.
that from the replay, like of a previous match or something like that?
Couldn't tell
You
you.
could, but I'm not entirely sure how it works in the CS:GO world. Whereas if they have like the coach in there spectating or what? Oh, you know what it probably is? It's probably the players when they're spectating. At the end, when they're dead, you spectate, right?
Yeah.
And why are the players aren't
and
banned?
so it's probably the live player can get to an area, and then when you're spectating that live player, it puts the camera somewhere else, and so you can see around, and then that dead player can send information.
Yeah.
And so the coaches here are telling them, yeah, do that, get in this area,
Get behind this wall.
Yeah.
He's right there. He just killed so and so.
Yeah. And so that's that's probably what it is.
Teammate A just died. If you go around this wall, you'll be able to come up behind the enemy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And so it's based on a point system, and however many points you get is how many months you're banned. And so there's coaches that are banned for like 15 months, 10 months, 8 months, 19 and a half months.
Which is probably the end of their coaching career.
Oh,
probably. Can you survive 15 to 19 months not being in the industry and then be able to come back and still be successful?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or even be picked up by the team that by any team after that kind of thing?
Yeah, you would have to be the Jesus coach.
I would think that for most of these guys, that's career ending.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Is there more than one Counter-Strike Go league?
Well, they'd probably have to move on to a different game.
Yeah, I would imagine they do. Like to play in the big leagues, I think.
I mean, I think this stuff's probably rampant in all these online games or whatever. There's people doing something similar and probably just Overwatch. They just don't know about it yet.
Yeah, it could be.
Absolutely.
Like-
Well, it was a bug in the system.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Overwatch would have to have the same kind of bug.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's something someone's doing somewhere that, I mean, they'll always do that. Be always whatever way to get a little bit of an advantage over anybody else.
But there's high road and honor. And
Yeah.
And then like you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And when you know you're doing something wrong and exploiting it, it's like
It's
okay.
a long list of people there.
Oh, yeah,
that have
yeah,
been
the list
banned.
is huge.
So everybody
Yeah.
was doing it. I don't know how
yeah.
many teams there are, but
There's
Yeah.
probably a lot of teams though.
Yeah.
There's probably like from the smaller leagues all
Yeah.
the way up.
so,
And it's just handled by the same kind of oversight.
exactly.
Let's
Alrighty.
talk about some Twitch news.
Twitchy.
Twitchy.
Speaking of banning,
There you go. Nicely done.
Twitch has now made our lives a little bit easier by adding a ban manager.
Yes.
So you can go in there and you can like unban people.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, why would
that's
you do
I
that?
couldn't understand that. I was like,
People can actually put in to get unbanned
Yeah.
too.
I mean, I see like Asmongold. He always will do like part of some streams where he'll be like, okay, here's like the appeals process for unban. And they'll be like, oh, I was banned because I said you were malding out one time and the mod didn't like it. And then they'll be like, okay, well, let's look at your notes and be like, oh, you've been banned 5 other times because you called me bald 5 times and you've been timed out, 99 times. Yeah, ban appeal is denied. I mean, I can't think of any single person that's been banned in my stream that I would want back, really. Everyone's been banned for a reason.
and it's a very specific good reason.
I've even told them, like, you're going to be banned. There was a guy that I saw all the time coming into the chat, and he did this I knew it was going to be this terrible, terrible joke, and I was like, don't say this joke.
Yeah,
You're going to be
complete it.
banned. Don't
Yep.
say this joke. And he did it anyway. So I was
I
like,
was there for
see
that.
you later. Just a terrible joke. Very offensive. And I was like, yeah, goodbye.
I know that sounds very familiar. I think I was watching it at the time too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was definitely there for that.
I'm not going to repeat what it
No,
was, but
absolutely not.
yeah.
You'd be a hypocrite if you did.
Well, no, I wouldn't. even the like a subject of it, I don't want to say on here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
So
this
for
would be
you-
good for big streamers, I guess.
Oh,
For
yeah,
you,
for
for
sure.
you that use this, are you guys excited about it? And what's the widget part?
It's just built into the Twitch like GUI now, isn't it?
Widget manager.
Yeah, it's just like you have panels and stuff, so you can do stuff while you're modding.
Because there's different, and there's also different games that use different widgets and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
You can hot swap them easier.
yeah. I'm not gonna go. Well, I'll look and see if anyone's trying to appeal a ban. But people have contacted me like on Instagram and stuff because they can't talk to me on Twitch. And be like, oh, I was banned. I'm really sorry. Blah blah blah. And it's like, well, you were banned for a reason. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not unbanning you. So
Yeah.
I'll look to see if anyone's asking to be unbanned, but I don't foresee myself ever unbanning anyone.
Yeah.
And I don't think, excuse me, there's been like the only people I ever see banned in your chat will come in and be like, hey, you want some free followers?
Yeah, those are the only people that come in and get banned in my
I
chat.
don't know why I attract the wieners. Probably because of Minecraft and kids
it's
are
definitely 'cause of
wienerly.
Minecraft.
Kids like to be wieners.
They sure do.
So you're just immature, you mean?
Yeah, well, yes, I am
Yeah.
that too.
No. Kids like to be immature.
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah. So.
Twitch has also added their own kind of like a Spotify. They have soundtracks.
Yeah, this is something else
Is
here.
this its own separate library?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Okay.
like totally dirty the way they're doing it.
I read the article. Yeah, it doesn't
like
seem.
they're not paying for it really,
Yeah,
it's
it
like-
seems like they got a loophole.
and they're not. You can't. So apparently, there's 3 types of licensing for music. There's like catalog. There's mechanical. And there's another one. I can't remember
Broadcast.
when. Broadcast.
something
Yeah.
like that,
So because they're not allowing you to make playlists or
Skip the
skip
song.
song, there's no
That's the
mechanical one
yep.
because you can't do that. And they have a deal with them for broadcast, so they don't have to pay the broadcast with these guys. It's like it's like the choosing beggars. Like, I'll give you so much exposure.
Exposure.
Yeah, you get exposure here. But like, you can't skip the song either. Like, what if you're playing like, I don't know, like Animal Crossing and be like, oh, it's playing like this death metal song now.
Well, that's what I wanted to know. Is like so like do they pick the song that comes up? It's just like it's
random.
Twitch radio, and you just tune it into the radio.
I guess so. Just sounds
That
bad
sounds,
to me.
it sounds
And it
like
looks
so
like-
archaic.
And it's like, what if I hate like friggin' whatever. I hate country music, and it's like, oh, they play 10 country music.
Maybe there's channels. Maybe there'd be a country channel.
Well,
maybe there'd be a light rock channel. Maybe to
but
fit
I think
suit the
that
mood.
would probably be some licensing thing too, or if
That's-
you're gonna segment it
Well,
out, that's
and
like a playlist kind of.
Well, and like what's the loop? Is it every 4 hours you start hearing the same song?
Oh my god, they only have 5 songs.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
It just
I think it's terrible.
I don't do music on stream. I've never have actually, and I'm not going to use this either because if I can't skip a song, I don't want to hear their trash music.
Yeah. I only do music on Fridays.
Yeah.
What was that whole thing with the YouTube request music that you used to be able to do during Marbles?
Oh yeah,
That
you
was
can
just
still
an
do
illegal
that, but it's
thing.
fully illegal.
Yeah,
like,
it's not
yeah,
legal.
really?
yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if
I didn't
anybody
know that.
clipped that and it had the actual song in it, I could get a DMCA.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So if anybody clips my DJ streams, then
Mhm.
I gotta
Oh,
delete those clips.
That was
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
thing too. Was this thing is like the only time they get paid is when Twitch reports the music being played. But since no one is like
Yeah, there's no
like moderation
oversight.
or telling anybody what's played, then
Yeah,
because they have
yeah.
a
Your
thing,
song
you're
got
supposed
3
to-
plays this month.
Yeah, and you need
Yeah,
to,
it's like the number one.
you
song.
need to get like 200 plays to make a cent or something like that. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
This doesn't sound good for anybody.
Yeah, I
No.
mean, people are still just playing music on Twitch,
Yeah.
so whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I mean, if I want to hear Baby No Money, I'm gonna do it.
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
No one's gonna want to hear this. Just
Whatever.
It's just background music.
Yeah,
It's
Like
just to
ele-
fill the
elevator
dead
music.
air when you're being unentertaining.
Exactly.
in what sounds like an old model.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is
Yeah.
like the music licensing things were based on like music from the 1800s, where like it was originally based off of like the rolls of paper in the piano, the automatic piano player.
Oh yeah,
The original thing was like you get 2 cents if someone copies it, and it just carried through. You get 2 cents if you get a play.
wow.
Yeah, so they're pretty archaic laws.
Take those 2 cents from back then, because now those 2 cents
Yes.
are worth way more.
They're worth 20 cents now.
I'll give you my 2 cents.
Yes,
It'll
exactly.
make you a lot of money.
exactly. So, anyways, I won't use this feature.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll turn it on. Maybe I'll
Yeah,
be
maybe.
surprised
Yeah,
and be
maybe
like,
it'll be
man,
super
these are
good."
some bangers here. I doubt it, but
neither.
we'll see anyways.
Yeah. And lastly, for our streaming section, let's
Mhm.
talk about Zillion OP.
And this guy.
So Zillion OP, for those who didn't know, he was a disabled streamer,
Mm-hmm.
and he was always streaming in a wheelchair. He was super famous for playing World of Warcraft.
And he would set up like, I need a new wheelchair. Let's the dono goal. Let's get some money to get him like a electric wheelchair. Blah blah blah.
And then one stream,
He can
He stood up.
walk.
Did you guys watch him when he was popular?
No.
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 Did you guys know about him before?
No.
this?
no.
I knew about him before this interview that he did here.
Yeah.
From when they were talking about like the 5
yeah.
dinkiest streamers on
Yeah,
Twitch.
sure.
Okay. Yeah.
But I didn't know. I didn't watch him. I didn't watch any Twitch.
Yeah.
Back then, so no, I didn't watch him.
So he does an interview, and he's been back in the news because he's had another account called Bluish,
Mm-hmm.
and Twitch recently banned that account
Yes.
for getting around.
Oh, they banned him.
Yeah, they banned him.
Oh.
They banned Zillion OP because his
Scamming.
scamming, and then they banned Bluish for getting around the ban.
Yeah.
But now he's in an appeal process to get Zillion OP back
No.
because he wasn't scamming.
He was scamming.
Curb thinks he was scamming. I don't think he was
guarantee
scamming.
he was.
I was watching that interview, and I think that he was taking advantage.
He was taking advantage a
But
little bit.
I think that he, like, the impression I got was he was letting it ride.
Oh yeah, he messed up like that.
Yeah. People are like, oh, you're in a wheelchair. We need to help you out.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was in a wheelchair for
Mhm.
a car accident, stuff like that. But he milked it.
Oh yeah,
Every
for
cent.
sure.
And that's,
Well, he didn't actually like. From what he was saying in that interview, it's like he didn't actually like mention anything. But
he didn't self-promote it.
No.
But when people started doing it for him,
He didn't
was-
correct it.
He didn't
Yes,
correct it.
that's-
Yes, he
that's what
definitely
I
didn't.
mean.
That's the
correct
crime of omission right there.
it.
But I don't know if banning was necessary. Like, I
don't-
think
yeah.
he should be given another chance.
Yeah.
No, Twitch has a 1-strike policy.
Well,
If
it
he
all
gets the
depends on
second
how much
chance-
money you're making Twitch.
Well, Dr. Disrespect was making Twitch a lot of money, and now he's gone.
Yeah.
So
But we still don't know why.
we still don't know why. But
There's
I saw another interview with him after he was banned, where he shaved off his beard, and he was standing up outside, and they were talking to him, and he was like, "Yeah, I can walk, whatever, blah blah blah," like, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you could walk the whole time." He's like, "I can walk and whatever."
But you know what? if you're in a wheelchair for 2 years from a car accident, that's pretty serious.
Yeah,
That's
but
no
like,
slight
okay,
of a thing,
that's
you know?
fine.
You know,
Yeah, I agree. But like, is that true?
His Facebook, like before he started streaming, was all pictures of him in a wheelchair.
Okay.
Like this is before he even started streaming.
so your life changes drastically.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're
for
in a
sure.
Wheelchair for 2 years.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it for sure. But it's just like, I don't know.
He definitely should have been more forthcoming.
Why didn't he
with his
say
thoughts.
like
Absolutely.
when it happened
Absolutely.
when it happened? Why didn't he say like, oh yeah, I need a wheelchair, I can walk briefly? Instead, it was like, oh no, I fell out of the chair. Like it looks
yeah,
like
he
I was
full on-
walking, but I actually fell, and that's why the stream ended. I had to be helped back into the chair and blah blah blah. Not like, oh yeah, I can walk, but it's like I can only walk 5 feet.
Yeah, this was him panicking.
Yeah, like
Because-
oh
Absolutely,
the jig is up.
absolutely.
I'm
Yeah, the
screwed
jig is up
now.
for sure.
His intentions and morals were not true.
No,
Absolutely.
he definitely messed up in that
He can
way.
stream on YouTube.
Can he? Okay.
I mean,
I agree with those statements. Maybe he doesn't need a second chance on this platform. He can go elsewhere.
Yeah.
You're right. Absolutely. He doesn't need to be vilified, though, every time someone finds an account of him and to be turned and
no,
shut down.
but
and
it is
cancel
against
culture.
Twitch's terms of service to get around a ban.
Oh
Sure.
yeah, for sure.
Fair
Like
enough.
Bluish
Fair
definitely should be banned.
So
That's
he can
for sure.
he can go on YouTube and fine, he can restart there, but
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think he needs to be back on Twitch.
Okay.
And
No, those are solid.
I
arguments.
mean, maybe he was maybe he was needs a wheelchair or whatever, but just the way he handled it and everything,
Oh yeah, he definitely effed that up.
just
for sure.
not correcting it.
He's not the first person that milks the victim role.
No,
No, I know,
He's
but
the
like,
first person to do it.
do we?
It happens in all.
I
instances.
it sure does. It
You
sure
know?
does.
yeah, he should have been like, okay, guys, I'm doing this. Physical therapy's going really well. I'm gonna be out of the wheelchair soon. It's gonna be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I can walk for
You don't
20
need to buy me
feet.
donations because I'm not going to be in this the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Thank you for maybe getting me a new chair for the next year or two that I'm going to be in it. So I'm
He
not
didn't
gonna-
actually take the chair. He donated that money. I
Fair
think
enough.
is what he
Okay.
said.
Well, he said that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Like-
then maybe he did get the chair, but I know he gave his previous chair to some kid who needed it.
I need the receipts.
It's
It's easy to say you do stuff.
Yeah.
It's easy to say, oh, I didn't take that money. I donated that to whatever, the World Health Organization. But like,
It's curious. Did you give him any money?
no, I didn't.
Then why are you so hard on the skeptic?
Well, again, it's back to this Ubisoft thing. Like, I don't like to take anything at face value. Like, if someone says
Oh,
it,
absolutely.
I'm skeptical.
for sure. And that's a
It's easy to say, like,
that's
hey,
a healthy way to be.
last week I donated $1 million to like, the SPCA
In your name,
in my name. No, in my name, I'm taking credit for it. But like, it's easy to say it, you know, and especially when he's been caught. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
line it. Like, that's like okay.
Okay, no, but I'm gonna tell you. Just say
I'll let you say it.
if you do something wrong,
Yes.
and then you lie again,
Yes.
at the end to try and get out of it.
Yes, which he did.
No. Like if he says like I gave away the chair, and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, like
But
that's
that's
just digging your whole.
But that's
throat.
an easy thing they do. Just to so, I'll tell you part of the reason I'm this way
Yeah.
is because of my job, where I deal with these crackies and thieves who will
Yes,
be
who are
like,
lying to you every day.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
they'll be like,
purchased
I didn't
this.
steal that, and then I
Yeah.
catch them, be like, well, I did steal that, but I didn't steal anything else. You can
Yeah.
take my word for it. I
Yeah.
I swear I didn't do it. I
Absolutely.
swear I didn't
Yeah.
do it. And once you've lied to me once or twice, everything else
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't believe.
It's
I
tough
get
to
it.
trust again, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. I get
I
it.
see this guy. He lied about being in the wheelchair, that he can't walk,
Mhm.
and then he walks on stream. Oh, I fell out of my chair. It was a big deal. I couldn't walk. That's why the stream ended.
So now, what we're not really addressing is he worthy of a second chance?
yes, but not on Twitch.
Okay.
He can go on YouTube.
I'm okay with him getting a second chance on Twitch.
Yeah, I think so. Too.
He's been banned once. Working around the ban is against the terms of service.
It's definitely showing his moral character.
Yeah,
and it's pretty low.
Yes.
yeah. I mean, watching that interview, I believe him.
Yeah, but
He-
he's
he
had
made me a
10
believer.
years to
Yeah.
work on his story.
When
Like,
did he get banned? Like when
oh,
was?
the video is very low quality, so it had to have been like 10 years
Yeah.
ago. So,
Oh well,
Yeah,
anyways.
doesn't affect our life.
Not really.
Yeah.
But it's something
No,
to talk
it definitely
about
doesn't.
anyways.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And I mean,
it
it's
is
not
in
like
our wheelhouse.
If Twitch is like, yeah, you can stream, I'll be like, okay, they let him stream, whatever. It's not like I'm going to be there every stream being like, you fucking guy.
But you know there are going to be people like
I'm
that.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna watch to see if you do.
No,
it.
I wouldn't even
I
go
think-
in there. I wouldn't even give him one view.
I I think he should get his Twitch channel back, but I also think he shouldn't stream on Twitch because he's just going to get hard flamed.
Yeah, he's going to get
all the
flamed
time.
on
It's
YouTube, wherever.
not going to be worth it.
We're not even addressing how the community is going to handle
No.
him. Because the community already canceled him once when they found his Bluish account.
Yeah, but his Bluish account he had not been playing that long. He's already partnered, all this kind of stuff. He was working up.
Yep.
Like he was already partnered from starting it, and then
what if Dr. Disrespect? What if Dr. Disrespect starts streaming on Twitch? Just I'm Guy. I'm not Dr. Disrespect. This is me, Guy.
Right? Did they ban Guy or did they ban Dr. Disrespect?
Yeah,
exactly.
Did they ban the persona?
No,
or the guy.
the guy. It's the guy.
There's a good question.
It's the guy.
Yeah.
And
actually,
Dr. Disrespect, if you're listening to this right now, why were you banned, man? Just tell us. Just freaking tell us.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not going to tell anyone. We're just...
he knows why.
Burning.
He knows why. He knows why. He keeps saying he doesn't know why, but he knows exactly why.
He definitely knows exactly why.
One other thing we didn't talk about was that they changed sort of the rules about streaming with a banned streamer.
Oh, yeah.
You can, if it accidentally happens, you don't get banned instantly anymore, but you have to do, like, you have to try, if you find out, oh crap, I'm streaming with a banned streamer, you got to end it there, but you don't get insta-banned anymore.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
You got to mute him.
Well, like, Dr. Disrespect is banned from Twitch. If you were streaming and you were, like, in a group with him and he was...
Oh, and he was at your house?
No, you're... Whatever, you're playing online with him and his voice is coming through.
Oh, I see.
You would get banned.
I see.
Because that's circumventing his ban.
Gotcha.
But now they've changed it, so if you do have it happen and you make an effort to end it and get out of it, they don't ban you.
Okay.
Because
like if you're in a sponsored tournament and he's on your team, like what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So
or if he's
not stream,
if he's on the opposing team.
Yeah, if he's on the opposing
like,
team,
and you didn't know,
exactly.
you have to make an effort not to broadcast him on their platform, but you don't get
so
banned.
They're giving you some leniency.
Yes, which makes good sense.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What if I was randomly playing Call of Duty and Dr. Disrespect
on the other side?
Yeah, or he's like my duo partner, which would never happen.
You hit that power off button.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta end the stream, guys. See ya.
Yeah, later.
When we doing duos, Doc? So,
Dr. Disrespect, just hit us up. We're gonna do a collab. We're all gonna play some Call of Duty.
We're gonna play some League of Legends where he can really flame the other team.
Exactly.
Curb's first time playing.
Oh my god, that would be just a steamroll. I think not good. I'd be that jungle mid.
Perfect. Yeah. Absolutely.
Beauty.
That'd be a hard carry.
Right? No doubt. Right on.
Well, should we take a break and then we'll move into the last third of the show?
Weebus Plebus.
Weebus Plebus.
Sounds good.
All right. We'll be back. All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's talk about some anime. This week we watched the 3 episodes of Gunsmith Cats that were ever produced.
Yes, it's crazy. They only did 3 episodes.
Yeah, because of we watched Riding Bean and they're kind of the same universe. Kind of.
They definitely are.
Oh, yeah.
I looked it up to see. Well, what's her name?
Riley Vincent.
The name is used in both of them.
Yeah.
Riley
Vincent.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So, for those who don't know, if you're new to the podcast, Weebus Plebus is like, I never watch anime. Mikey's a weeb. So we decided we'd watch some anime for the podcast and give us something to talk about. So we'll have the view of the guy who's watched lots of anime and then the guy who's watched none of the animes. And we'll go from there. But in the break, Curtis, we were talking about anime and how he's not really watched any anime either. But you did watch this, yes?
Oh, I watched this. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was great too.
Yeah.
But we got into a bit of a discussion. I told him to shut up about how save it for the podcast.
Yeah.
About you said how there's so many things in anime that turn you off about anime.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like, I really enjoyed this one. This one
yes,
was great.
It was good.
Really sad there was only 3.
Yes,
episodes.
it was crazy. There was only 3
because it didn't have like the little nuances, like when they're stressed out. So they zoom in on their face and they go and like their eyes shake.
Yeah,
they make the little lines and stuff like that, or they make all those little like like
Yeah.
weird
Grunting
noises.
sounds, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like weird
Grunting
noises.
sounds, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, no, why?
That's how the manga was written. So
Yes.
Yeah.
like that's a standard manga trope. So it came over from that.
Nani?
Nani?
Exactly. But for me, like the one thing that I never like is when it's like the screaming face of the attacking man, when it's
Yeah.
paused and then there's scribbles in the background to imply speed.
Dragon Ball Z style.
Like that stuff drives me crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's called skipping on the animation.
Well, yeah, I know, but
Push
that's
it out
why I
faster.
never liked
Yeah.
anime when I watched it when I was a
Yeah.
kid. It was just like, why is this just a still picture?
And-
It's a flip book.
The bad guy, not the bad guy, the ATF character.
Yeah, with his ponytail.
I hated his bangs.
Yes.
was
Like the
like-
anime hair.
The
Yeah.
animation was beautifully
Yes,
drawn. And
yes,
everything.
yes.
Except for him, he drove me bonkers.
His
I was like,
hairdo.
oh my god.
So I can't remember
Horrible.
when this takes place in the universe.
Well-
Whether it's before I think it's after. No, before she teams up with Bean.
Well, they're
And-
different characters.
Are they different characters?
They just, I think it's kind of like a Quentin Tarantino thing where he
Uh.
reused the name because, like, well, first of all, in Riding Bean, she's got blonde hair,
Yeah,
and in this, she's got dark hair.
Looks
Yeah.
like black hair.
but
Yeah.
they're the same character.
I mean, I guess so, but I don't think they're supposed to be the same character. I could be mistaken, but, well, Riding Bean came out in 1989, and this came out in like 1997 or something like that. So,
but it's set in the 70s. Like I felt like I was watching.
you think
like,
it's in the 70s?
Well, sorry. The opening theme reminded me
Oh,
of the
yeah.
Yes,
70s.
it's supposed to definitely channel like Bullet and like
Yeah, the music is definitely popping.
any of those sort of
cop movies.
cop car shows, you know,
exactly.
obviously.
So good.
Yeah, the animation, man, in this was so good.
They
Oh, yeah.
actually used Shelby GT500
Yes.
sounds
Yes.
in the show. I was like, now there's like dedication to realism.
Same as in Riding Bean, they the other cop that was after him drove the same car, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. And
Roadbuster.
yes, exactly.
First
You
of
should
man.
watch Riding Bean.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
if you like
okay.
Gunsmith Cats,
You will
go
like
ahead and
Riding
watch
Bean.
Riding Bean.
That's cool.
But
There was a few little things that were unnecessary. Like,
yes,
let's
like
talk-
that show's really horny.
Yeah.
Like, why is it like, oh, her shirt ripped and her bra's
That's what I was
exposed?
just going to talk about.
Like,
Or
why are
she's
these
in
guys
her-
so horny?
She's in her underwear,
Yeah.
and then she stands up and then sits back down because she's embarrassed. But then yet she's in her underwear later on in the show and she's
Yeah.
not embarrassed.
Or like-
well, that's when she's in her underwear back. In that they're in the privacy of
Yes,
their own home.
but like,
Yeah.
okay, when there's the episode where she blows out the back window of the car and she jumps out and lands in, and it's just like an upskirt shot of her panties.
yeah, I know.
Well, yeah, that's Japanese animation.
I
Every show
just-
you're gonna have a good
and she
upskirt.
looks like she's 12.
Mini May.
Yeah, and it's just like,
Mid-May?
why are
Mini
these
May.
Mini May.
why are these guys so horny all the time?
That's
Like
just how
when-
it is.
It's just like whatever. But like the car
Pervasive
chases,
in their culture.
I guess so.
Yeah.
The car chases were animated so well. The
Yes.
gun animations,
Yeah. Oh. And the scenes, like when she's pointing the gun and it's like the point of view is down
Yes.
the barrel towards her
Yes.
in her arm, and she's doing like this crazy like stand. Like
yes.
what are those 70s cop shows I'm trying to think of that reminds me of?
I don't know.
I can't think of any of them right now, but it just watching it, I was like, this is so good.
They spent more money on the intro than some animes spent on the whole
Oh yeah.
episode. Like the intro was so good. And that was the other thing too, is like a lot of the backgrounds had like all this detail in them, where it is most of them there's just nothing there.
The opening shot, I was like, is that New York? Is that an actual picture of New York? I was like, wow, that looks really good.
I know. It did help too that the quality of this version that I watched on YouTube was super good.
Oh yeah.
Like this must have
yeah.
been the Laserdisc version they
Yeah,
ripped
I
or something.
watched the individual. The first episode
Just
I watched
looked
was
like
an individual
straight
episode,
from VHS,
and it was
garbage.
not as good. And I was like, oh, what is this hour 24-minute thing? And it's like all 3 episodes packed together,
Yeah.
but
High
like
def.
super good quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks so
absolutely.
good. And I guess that's just because I don't know, did they originally do it on film or something like that? It was never broadcast in a theater. I think it was straight to TV in Japan, but the quality was just so nice. Like if you go look at those old Robotech ones that we watched on Prime,
yeah.
they look like dog shit.
Oh yeah, and that's the remastered.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
Don't even get me started on that.
Yeah.
I love Robotech, and I tried watching that, and I was like, "What? What am I like? This is worse than my tube TV when I was
I know
a kid."
it looks so bad. But like the voice acting I thought was good in this one for I think pretty much everybody.
Oh yeah,
And the characters, except the sidekick girl, funny,
Yeah.
just wants to drop bombs everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
She has deep pockets.
Oh yeah.
Yes. She was comedic trope for sure.
Yeah.
She was great.
Yeah.
She fit her place.
Yeah.
The character, the female empowerment of the characters,
Yes.
being girls,
Yeah.
kick ass, that kind of thing. That was super awesome.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. The ATF character, aside from his bad hair, his character role was not bad.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Definitely.
His abuse of the word pussycat.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, pussycat.
Yeah.
He was a chauvinist, and
Oh,
she
for
kept
sure.
putting him in his place.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was the great part
Yeah.
about it, is that they allowed him to be a chauvinist, and then the main character wrecked him for it.
Oh, yeah.
And was like, you're an idiot.
Yes.
Like, this is what we need. This is what we need to see in
Yeah,
society.
exactly.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
and,
kinda
but then immediately later, her shirt explodes and her bra is
yeah,
exposed.
yeah, fair enough. They throw it all out the window where
Yeah.
she's like, it's enough.
Exactly.
And tits out.
Exactly.
Essentially, the gunsmith cats,
Yes.
which are Riley Vincent and Minnie May, they own a gunsmith
Yes.
store, and they sell guns and they do mods and all
Illegally.
that kind of stuff,
That's-
legally and illegally.
Yeah.
That is what they use as their cover.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
definitely
basically.
covered.
Kinda like-
but
it's kinda like
they're
their
also
Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, they're
It's their Bruce
also
Wayne.
bounty hunters.
Yeah.
So they'll go after all these kind of bounties and take people in. So they're after this gun. In the first episode, they're after this gun runner named
Can't remember.
can't remember his name.
Wes William.
I can't even remember.
The big moose looking dude.
Yeah, the big
Yeah,
moose
yeah.
looking dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what his name
He
is.
escaped from jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're after this guy. And for some reason, like the ATF is onto them and they're bugging them to like try and get at this guy. And the ATF agent's like, oh, we need your help to get in there and get this guy. And there's this scene in the first episode, which is my favorite, which is when the robbers come to the girl's house, the gunsmith cat's house, which is like totally loaded up with weapons and all that.
Like
And
a bat cave.
Yeah, like the bat
It is
cave.
awesome.
And they're like, oh yeah, there's guns in here for sure.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's just 2 girls that live here.
Let's take them.
And so they
Steal them.
break in. The ATF is sitting outside in a van, like bugging the
the
entire
main
place.
character's house because they're trying to keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they break into the house and they're like, all right, it's party time. And the girls just go bananas on them.
Yes.
It's hilarious.
The one problem I had with that scene is that he just starts shooting off the guns. And if she's a gunsmith and this gun-toting like badass, she wouldn't have loaded guns.
No, probably not.
She would have been.
But
she would have done.
it could have
properly.
been like, since they're the bounty hunters too, like always be prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
like Mr. and Mrs. Smith kind of. A
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And also wouldn't be quite the best as an action-filled scene if there's like,
for sure. It fits
Toss me the clip.
The
Yeah.
narrative fits the story.
yes,
I getcha.
exactly.
So they got kind of like a John Wick room in the basement where it's just like a
Mhm.
workshop just full
Yep.
of guns
Yep.
and stuff to like pack bullets and all this kind of stuff.
And they
It's
have
great.
the access to all these guns, and then what do they use? Like 9mm
Yeah.
all the time. All
Yeah.
they got is a 9mm.
And these 2 little girls kick like 5 or 6 guys' asses, and then the sidekick drops like 12,
blows the
12
house up.
grenades
12
on them.
smoke grenades, yeah.
all over them.
Exactly.
Is it my turn? She's got a handful of grenades. No,
No,
not
May.
yet. Yeah, don't put any grenades down
Go
there.
back to the room.
They're just smoke grenades. So good.
Yeah, she's always wanted to blow stuff up.
Yeah.
And they didn't have any like the typical Japanese character dialogue. It was more North American.
Yeah.
So it was easier to hold my attention. I
Yeah.
think that might be, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but it's just not my style of
Yeah.
interest.
I think it was just the translation probably that they did it that way rather than. I'm sure I can't say for sure, but the original probably was more like what you're describing is not wanting to see.
Like, let's take Robotech, for example.
Yeah.
Those conversations between Rick and Minmay,
Yeah.
just want to blow my head
Oh
out.
I
yeah,
know.
Just
It's
like,
terrible.
When we watched, I was like, "We're gonna get the last 2 episodes we're gonna watch are gonna be awful."
Yeah.
because we watched 4 episodes, and when you get that, that's when Rick and Minmay are stuck in the belly of the ship.
She gets
It's
upset
like the
and walks
worst
away with her
episodes
nose in the
ever.
air.
Oh my god.
I'm like, I can't
And then
watch this.
she's crying, got the little water in her eyes, and they're shaking in the zoom in
Yeah.
scene, and I'm like, stop it.
Exactly. Exactly.
I've tried to watch that series because I loved it as a kid.
Mhm.
Tried to watch the full Macross, I guess, season 1.
Yeah.
And I fall asleep and lose interest right around when the Zentradi start doing their shrinking technology or whatever to try and interject into the human lives and stuff like that. I'm like, How did I ever watch the show as a kid?
It was all you had the option to watch.
It was the only thing on the free channel after
Exactly.
school from 3 to 3:30.
It's very
Exactly.
political, that show.
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah,
a lot of
for
politics
sure.
that go on, and it's like that's the same with Gundam Wing, like the original Gundam Wing. So much politics and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's weird for a kids show.
Yeah,
no doubt. Well, because it was an anime show. It was
Yes.
for all ages.
Oh yeah,
Just-
for sure.
It was only shown
Yeah.
for kids in North America.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you
Cartoon.
could tell that it was for kids when every Robotech episode has to retell the story,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
It was definitely made for
Of what's-
TV.
the same thing, the start of every episode.
Which makes it awful to try and binge and watch on
Oh, yeah.
streaming.
Oh,
right now
God.
because you're like, I just watched this. I don't want to see this
I know.
recap episode.
Where's the skip button?
Yeah.
So they go to a warehouse. The girls go to a warehouse. They bust this guy,
Yeah.
and the big shootout happens. And they finally get
bra
him.
is exposed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the ATF agent is awful. He's always getting captured. He's always getting hurt. And
Mhm. It's
has
a
to come
redemption
back.
arc,
Yeah,
though.
it's- yeah. So the second episode's opened up, or that episode closes down, and they're like, and the ATF agent is like, I got one more job for you girls.
Psych.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
done. Psych. You thought.
And so the next episode opens up, and we're introduced to a new character, a Russian hit
Woman.
lady.
And
Yep.
and the ATF
Which I
agent
didn't-
is put on suspension. So
Yes.
he's
Yeah.
now a rogue
Yeah.
player in this show because he's suspected as being the leak in his
But
bureau.
it's a big setup.
Big setup.
big
Yeah,
setup.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Goes all the way to the top, man.
And this Russian protagonist is
I didn't even realize it was a woman at
or
first.
antagonist, sorry. The
Yeah.
Russian antagonist is like this. She's like a super killer or something.
She's like a must be ex-KGB, like assassin now,
yeah,
taking contracts for money.
Yeah,
And
just using knives and stuff. No guns.
yeah.
Sometimes.
A knife.
No, she has a gun.
Yeah, she
yeah.
has
a
a gun.
gun.
Yeah.
That shoots the blade out,
And it
kills
shoots
them.
bullets too, because she
Yeah.
does use it as a gun
Yeah.
later.
But what was the thing? Like, was her cape bulletproof or something?
Yeah,
Like, I
her
didn't
cape
pick
was
up on that
bulletproof.
too
Yeah,
well.
she's got
okay.
Kevlar woven cape.
At the
Okay.
end of the show, when she gets killed by Raleigh, they show a shot of her because she's jumping at her with the axe that she somehow got in the ambulance, and Raleigh's shooting her, and you can see they show the cape from the back, and the bullets are like
Okay.
getting caught in the
Okay,
cape.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah. At least they sort of explain what's going on with that, not like in Riding Bean where he's just like taking
He's
bullets
just like,
and just like whatever.
yeah,
He like, anyways, he's like a superhero, but
yeah.
It was good. It was well worth the watch.
Yes.
Anyone who doesn't watch anime, still interesting. to
I would
watch.
agree.
Yeah.
So I feel like they were running out of money when they put together episode 3 because episode 3 did not seem as well animated or as well drawn as the
I
first
think
two.
it was probably just because there was no car chase in that episode, really.
Maybe the team
It felt
moved
weird.
on. Maybe they moved on and they had like the B string running the
I
show.
don't know. I thought it still looked good. There was no car chases in
There
it,
were
though.
definitely no car
So
chases.
that
It was one of those big climactic Die Hard moments at the end
Yeah.
where they're on top of a church and there's big shootouts going on and
Mhm.
they're trying to fight the Russian.
yeah.
I can't speak much on this episode because
You might have fallen asleep.
full disclosure, I was watching it last night. It was pretty late, and I fell asleep, and I woke up, and like the show was just like wrapping itself up
Oh,
in
yeah.
the last 2 or 3
That's
minutes.
okay.
And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oops."
Basically, the Russian has decided to kill the gunsmith cats as like a point of pride rather than
Doing a
anything.
job now. Yeah.
She's going to do it for free,
Yeah.
and she was going to do it on. They were getting this award on stage with the senator, which was
The senator was an anti-gun nut.
but he
Okay,
was a gun
yes, okay.
runner.
But he was also a gun runner.
I remember that at
Yeah.
the beginning of the episode. I caught the
Because
first like 2 or 3 minutes.
The one thing though is that they said the senator
running
was
for
running to be
office.
mayor.
Our mayor?
It's like,
Yeah,
why
he
would
was
you
running
take a
for
step
office.
down?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
weird.
doubt. Or change like you're
Yeah.
going from federal to like
Yeah.
to like you know,
Municipal.
yeah.
So it was very weird that way. But anyways, the Russian attempts to assassinate them on stage and shoots at him, and then they go have a showdown, and she gets blown up and whatever escapes the. It was I don't know where she got that axe from in the.
Yeah, that's weird.
Maybe she carries it in her jacket or something
Could be.
like that. And then actually, she had the 9mm with like a shoulder like brace on it. I don't know. There was when she was trying to assassinate him.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
that's a
stage,
fully automatic.
It was very
A
weird.
fully automatic 9mm.
Yeah, it was
It's got
very
the shoulder
weird.
brace, so you can like control it a little bit.
But at the end, the senator sort of gives himself up by like telling his master plan to who he thought the assassin was, but it was actually the reporter with a microphone. She was just wearing like a fake
Yeah.
wig. But yeah, this one was good. I liked it a lot. Yeah, you should watch Riding Bean.
Okay, yeah, I'll
similar
check it out.
sort of style.
And
Well,
you said
it's written by the same
same
guy.
Same guy, yeah. So I think maybe this guy's stuff I should be worthwhile checking out.
I don't know what else
Was
he's
the,
done.
Not sure.
I don't
okay.
remember his name.
I tried.
In that brown box down there, there's the manga for Gunsmith Cats.
Oh, very good.
Oh, you
Um,
have it.
yeah.
Cool.
It
So
said that.
does it read out the way it plays?
I can't remember. now.
No,
Oh,
the
okay,
manga's different. I read about it on Wikipedia
Okay.
because like Riding Bean shows up in the manga.
Yeah, he does.
And he's either like their friend or their foe, depending on what their jobs
Yeah,
are and what his job is.
Okay. Yeah.
But he shows up in it. So, I mean, I guess it's possible that Riding Bean takes place, and it is the same rally, just later, I would assume.
Maybe for that OVA they just took
Or
Rally
maybe they
and
just were like-
May and smashed her up into one
Maybe. Who
just for
knows?
simplicity.
But yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah,
I
very
would
enjoyable.
recommend it. I would put this probably maybe a little higher than Riding Bean. So
Yeah.
I'd have to bump down Riding Bean, I think. Like, what did I say? Riding Bean? 7.5?
7.5.
So maybe that's a 7 and this is 7.5.
I give this a full 8.5 for sure. I
Well,
really enjoyed
I
it.
gave Akira an 8.
Oh, okay.
So that's why it's 7.5.
Okay.
Because Akira is the best one I've seen so far.
Kira is the best one I've seen.
Yes.
It's full 9.5
Yeah.
for sure. That
I just
one.
didn't wanna
Aside
go-
from the screaming.
Which the Kanata!
Yeah, pretty much.
Man, the animation in that one is really good. So,
So good.
So
Yeah,
good.
Akira doesn't rank that high for me.
Really?
Just because I've read all the manga and I'm like, okay, and that
Okay.
really bumps
Yeah.
down the
The movie always ruins it from the
Oh,
book.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely
I
true.
wholeheartedly
There's-
agree.
He's also a weeb, so he's
Yeah.
a lot more than us.
He's got different
Yeah.
standards than we do.
So I've only watched 6 different things now. So
Do we want to continue with old stuff for now?
well, this one was 90s.
It was.
So
Because we can watch. I think what we should watch now is we should go just follow my childhood and we'll watch Battle Angel.
okay.
Alita Battle Angel.
I was gonna say
All
I know
right.
that, but yeah, there was a movie
Yeah, they
that
just
came out
made a
about
new
it.
movie
Yeah.
about it.
That'd actually be a good point for you guys to talk about
We-
because
We could do that.
you could compare the manga to the anime
Wow.
to
Yeah.
the movie.
So I've read most of the Alita manga,
Mm-hmm.
and they take for the movie they take manga 1, manga 2, and that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's so.
But we wouldn't be watching the movie though.
No. Well, the new movie takes manga 1, manga 2, and some parts of manga 4 or 3.
Oh, okay.
So the movie's different, but it does follow
This
along
is-
the same line.
It's a movie, not a series.
Yeah. So there's
Okay.
the older movie, like the older anime. We'll we'll watch.
Oh,
that
okay.
If we can find it.
That's just we'll just watch all of One Piece for the next show.
Nobody has time to do that.
It's like 800 episodes or something. It's crazy. Yeah, we could do Battle Angel Alita.
Alita.
That sounds fine to me.
The movie was actually really good too. Like the 2018.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes. I want to see it.
Starring Scarlett Johansson. No, I don't know.
Oh, I see what you're getting at there. Yeah.
Some other white woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually liked the movie. They skimped on some stuff that was explained better in the manga, but that's.
We should watch a live action anime one time. Like what's
Dragon Ball Z.
No.
They made one.
I have I know. I meant
a
like a
fan
movie
service
that's
one.
like an anime. God, what's this Japanese movie I bought?
There's a few.
Oh, I can't remember. I'll have to look. I'll have to.
Mortal Kombat.
No.
Street Fighter.
No.
There was one that I watched a long time ago. Like we were trying to find this movie forever because we saw previews for it online. I'm like, oh my god, we got to get this movie.
Lord of the Rings.
I don't know if that's an anime too much.
There's an anime Lord of the Rings that came out in the mid 80s.
Oh, yeah, it was not in
It was
Japan. though, I
awesome.
don't think.
It was so good.
I have some of those on VHS. I think I'll have to look and see. Yeah. So
All right.
Battle Angel Alita.
If I can find it, it'll probably be on YouTube because it's old as frig.
Oh, I never
Watch that.
I never did my Funimation trial. I should do that tonight. See, that's another thing with Game Pass. Let's talk about Game Pass.
Okay.
There's always
Get
perks
it.
with Game
Sign up
Pass,
right now.
and one of them now is 3 free months of Funimation, which is like another anime service where you can watch anime.
Like Crunchyroll?
Yeah,
kind of
like
thing?
Crunchyroll.
But Funimation is probably more of their anime because they're a large anime blanket.
They're a studio.
Their studio,
This
yeah.
is, so this is like Disney's own streaming service.
Kinda, yeah.
Funimation's own
But there's
streaming
a
service.
lot of good. They've
Whereas
made a lot of good
Crunchyroll's
stuff.
got lots of different
Yeah. Yeah.
studios stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I haven't turned that in yet, so I'll have to try that tonight and see.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna I'm gonna play League of Legends tonight
Oh God.
on my new computer.
You hope it's ready tonight. You hope
Yeah,
it's
Yeah,
ready.
don't
hope
forget.
so.
Don't forget if you guys want to watch us build a computer.
Yeah.
Tune in a little bit later. Twitch.tv.
If you're hearing
Mikey
this on the
T33.
podcast, it's too late.
it's too late yet.
But there'll be a VOD hopefully on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which is located.
It's some random string of
He
numbers.
still hasn't done it
I
yet.
haven't done it yet.
Okay. Anyways,
We'll put a link in the podcast description.
let's give everybody our information. Do you have anything you want to where people can find you?
Where to find me?
If you want.
I just want to say thank you very much for having me on the show. It was
Oh, no
wonderful,
problem.
And
Thanks for
it's always
coming
a
by.
pleasure. I
Thanks for
love it.
coming.
Yeah.
And I hopefully I can get into the streaming service and repay the kindness sometime.
Oh, baby. Exciting.
So I will get out there, but I don't have any info to give you yet. I'm still undecided on my moniker and handle. So
Once he's streaming, you'll hear us.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
We'll be pushing you towards him for sure.
They'll be those guys will be my sponsors.
Yes. exactly. No doubt.
So you can find me at twitch.tv/MikeyT33, at Mikir Tai Show on Twitter, which I post quite often because I don't always get to stream. You can find me on Facebook Gaming at
Mikey T Gaming.
Mikey T Gaming and
Exactly.
Instagram at Mikey T Gaming.
Exactly. You can find me on Twitch at Curbstomped, Twitter Curbstomped, Instagram Curbstomp.ttv, and then Facebook Curbstomp Gaming. The podcast, well, on Twitch is Sit Void Podcast. On Twitter, it's what is it on Twitter? Sit Void at ST Podcast.
ST Podcast, I think.
STV Podcast. God, we really need to figure this shit out here. At STV Podcast, I'm pretty sure. On Facebook, we're Stream Void Podcast.
S Void Podcast.
S Void Podcast on Twitter. Make sure if you're listening to this, please suggest the podcast to someone you think that would like it. And if you want to leave a 5-star review on iTunes, that'd be great. 4-star and lower, you can leave it on some other podcast. Not ours.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
I think you guys need a cheat sheet on all your
I
social
agree.
medias. You need something here you can read off
I
of.
agree. We're a rookie show for rookie
show
people.
for sure. 8 episodes in, still rooks.
Yeah, exactly.
What about episode 5?
Oh, Josh.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
I want to talk about it. I'm not part of the show.
Yes. It was just the audio was absolute garbage.
Okay, so it wasn't like an accidental delete. It was
No,
You,
it
you
just
can watch it on Twitch.
it's
It
terrible.
just sounds awful.
It sounds just terrible, and no one said
Gotcha.
anything. So
Until
everyone-
the end.
yeah,
Okay.
and be like, "Oh, it didn't sound very good." Why didn't you tell us 2 hours ago? So
That's like That's like when last night when
Yes.
the game.
There's
sounds
no game
only coming
sound.
through the microphone.
oopsie
You're
poopsie.
like the 4th person to come join us.
Yeah.
The other guys didn't say
Exactly. Oh wow.
You know who you are that helped us out with that. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you very much.
Thank you, Oda. Well, everybody, thanks for listening. We'll be back in 1 week's time with the next episode of the Stream Void podcast.
It's alright.